Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the Speakeasy Sophisticated Sports Talk with the best in the game. We've got a great show for you today. Every coach in the NFL has been fired. That's what it feels like today. Everyone. It feels like every single one of them got fired. You made a little mistake, you're fired. Okay? Look, we have a busy show for you guys today. A lot of topics. Let's go ahead and introduce the rest of the people. I'm the large human being standing behind the bar, nicknamed Care Bear Kieran Hickey Simple. Yes, I said my full gubby. I don't care. Joining us also here is a man wearing shoes more expensive than the house that I grew up in. Emmanuel Acho in the building.
My dog, straight off of a flight from Vegas. Your boy is in the building. Y'all could be watching any show. You're hanging out with us. We do not take it for granted. Also, I heard you all loud and clear. I will be dropping a full 15-minute prize pick breakdown with all of my picks, showing you all how I made them, who I made, and showing y'all the tickets. Y'all know what it is. Prize Picks, code Speakeasy, but I will be dropping it on the YouTube channel. Social Trey forced me.
I did.
He forced me to do it.
I'm tired of y'all DMing me. I'm tired of y'all asking for the picks.
That did happen.
So we just gonna cut it and get straight to it.
You gotta get straight to business. Now look, speaking of getting straight to business, let's talk about one of the guys that got straight to business out there on the NFL football field.
Yes, he did.
Unlike Acho, this man accomplished real things in the NFL.
See?
Went to a Pro Bowl, and I'm talking about 1,000-yard series.
We don't have to do that. We don't have to.
A very special guest back in the Speakeasy, TJ. In the building. How are you doing, TJ?
Hey, wait.
What up, G?
You really be winning like that with your picks?
Come on now.
And he don't share with nobody.
Bro,
No, he shares.
Is he knocking them on the
He
head?
shares
like that?
after he
Afterwards,
wins.
yeah.
Rome, you don't got the tickets still, do you? Rome, just do what you got to do, Rome.
Yeah, you gotta check this out, TJ.
I'm like, he gonna share his picks. Like, he
Crazy.
must be
This
knocking
right
them
here,
on
man.
their head.
Look at this right here, man.
500 hit
500
for
to pay
5,000. That's one ticket. Rome, hit him with the next ticket. Another 500 to pay 5,000. This is all the same Sunday. Rome, hit him with the next ticket. 300 to pay 1,800. Same day. Rome, hit him with the next ticket. 500 to pay 1,800 again. So I bet like 2,000 to make like 14,000.
Oh.
But the kicker was because I bet tackles. Because I study defense, I use my knowledge on the defense, and I bet tackles.
So
that's
you
the
knocking
code.
them on their head.
Bruh, I'm gonna show y'all love. I promise. I'm gonna show y'all love, man. I promise.
ridiculous.
I got y'all. I got
Ridiculous.
y'all.
Speaking of someone that shows no love, Social Trey is also here. How we doing, Social Trey?
I'm doing great, and that's all I do actually is show love. But you know, Acho, the people are disappointed in you
How?
because you're not sharing the tickets. Karl Marx, this is exactly what he predicted. Capitalism, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer.
Hey, but they gotta be
It's
careful
just,
now, because you ain't winning all of them. So,
Yeah,
hey,
That's true.
he ain't
That's
telling
true.
you who to bet on. He just telling you
Yes.
who he bet on.
So
It's profit every weekend. I'll tell you that
But
much.
this is how I'm going to do it.
Okay.
I'm not just going to show tickets. Everybody shows tickets. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show the thought process of how I got there.
you
So
make
if you
that
disagree
decision.
with the thought process, don't bet on that ticket.
Yep.
You feel me? It's not just like, hey, choose this coach. No. I'm going to show you like everything that got me there.
Okay.
And then you decide how you want to do it.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, no, using that real ball knowledge.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
Now, look, we got a lot to talk about. A very busy show. Like I said, we got to start off with the biggest topic of the day. The Baltimore Ravens have parted ways with John Harbaugh as the head coach. 18 seasons, 180-113 record, a 13-11 postseason record, and a Super Bowl ring to go along with it when John Harbaugh was out there in Baltimore. Fellas, how do we feel about him being let go today?
I'm sad, but it had to happen. You know when you know somebody's going to pass away and then they die and you're still sad.
Wow.
But you like, they had been sick. It was time to go.
So morbid, man. That's a wild way to start the show.
Harbaugh's coaching had been sick.
Wow.
It was time to go.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sad because John Harbaugh is a legend. Like, won a Super Bowl, legendary Ravens defenses, legendary Ravens teams, but it was time for him to go. Two things can be true in my mind, T, that Harbaugh should be respected for what he did in Baltimore, and simultaneously, it was time for Harbaugh to leave in Baltimore.
I like Harbaugh.
Have to.
I'm a fan of Harbaugh.
Yes, sir.
I'll say this. Harbaugh, like, I played for the Ravens. And it's like, and I'm gonna go to when I played for him, but he can't make Zay Flowers not fumble that ball. He can't help Mark Andrews catch that ball.
Talk about it.
he can't make that field goal kicker make the kick.
Yep.
When I was playing, I ain't dropped the ball ever in a moment that mattered, ever in my life. And I did drop the ball when it mattered in that game. And it was like, that was so unlike me.
Yeah.
Like, I had never not made the play in my ever.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that ain't Harbaugh's fault. Now, this is why we'll place the blame on Harbaugh. Is you have Derrick Henry last year.
Yeah.
Why aren't you making sure he get the ball?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta, hey, Todd, put Henry in the fucking game.
Yeah,
put him in the game. What are you doing?
Facts.
Put him in the game. That to me is the only fault that I can give Harbaugh is why isn't Derrick Henry getting more carries in the playoffs? But outside of that, he did what he was supposed to do. When you get into the playoffs, it's obviously the best of the best.
Facts.
There's no layups.
Facts.
Your best players got to show up and be what they are, your best players. Lamar, you got to do more. Derrick Henry, you got to do more. Zay Flowers, you got to do more. Mark Andrews, you got to, that catch that Isaiah Likely made, it was like, oh, that's about to be a pick. Oh, great-ass catch. Me, one timeout, 14 seconds, there's no way in hell I'm taking a knee. I'm going to throw the ball or run it at least to get 4, 5, 6 more yards.
Yeah.
That type of weather, the wind is blowing, you can't assume a 44-yard field goal is a chip shot. That to me would be the only thing that I can blame Harbaugh for is in these big situations, why isn't Derrick Henry more involved?
Yeah, well, let me ask you this, though, T. My problem with Harbaugh is he can't fix anything directly. So what use do we have for him? D'Amico, your defense is weak. Got you. Shanahan, your offense is weak. Got you. McVay, your offense is weak. Got you. Harbaugh, your defense is weak. Let me make a call. Harbaugh, your offense is weak. Let me make a call.
I'm not so sure of that, though.
But if you're not calling the defense, because you're not, and you're not calling the offense.
Teams coach. He's a special teams coach. This man has been around football his entire life. He knows offensive football. He knows defensive football.
Yep.
He just got the job when he was with the Eagles as being the special teams coach because that was the only position available. We know how that works. He knows offensive and defensive football.
But he doesn't know it well enough to run it. And if you do not know it well enough to run it, what use do we have for you? Because you brought up a great point. He's a special teams coach. So he more than anybody should have known, I have a rookie kicker. I don't have Justin Tucker. I'm at the 44-yard line with 16 seconds left. I have Derrick Henry, a first ballot Hall of Famer, maybe the best running back of the generation behind me. He's averaging 6.3 yards per carry. Maybe I should run it one more time, get 7 more yards closer, and kick a 37-yard field goal instead of a 44-yard field goal. The game was lost on special teams. He's a special teams coach. More than anybody, Harbaugh should have known, let me put my rookie kicker in the best situation.
Especially a rookie kicker. You know how nervous he was?
Bro.
You know his heart rate. You know how they be wearing them heart.
Yep.
Guarantee it was through the roof.
Yeah.
And so if that's a 38-yard field goal, it's a little easier for him.
It's an extra point.
It's a little easy. I'm watching the game and I'm like, under center, I'm running read option or
immediately.
Like Lamar gonna give me 6 or 7 or Henry gonna give me 4 to 5. Something. Because when you say 38 yards as opposed to 44,
you've just practiced it more.
Now it's a little easier. That, to me, was the only problem that I had because he can't get on the field and play. Like, I felt like the first half, Lamar could have been way better than he was.
Absolutely.
And then that second half, he did what he's supposed to do. Lamar was Superman in the second half.
No, yeah. I mean, you mentioned that field goal. I saw this tweet. I thought it was hilarious. It was essentially that field goal. If he makes it, Tomlin's fired. If he goes outside, Harbaugh on either side is getting fired. Now, you mentioned Lamar, though, earlier, and all of these games, they do find a way to come down to a last play type scenario, whether it was against the Bills, whether it's against the Chiefs, now against the Steelers and whatnot. Do you think Lamar had any part in John Harbaugh failing with the Ravens?
Freaking-lutely.
Wow.
Lamar Jackson giveth and Lamar Jackson taketh away.
Wow.
Lamar Jackson gave John Harbaugh life. Remember, John Harbaugh had missed the playoffs 4 out of 5 consecutive years before Lamar Jackson. The Ravens started abysmally. They finally start Lamar Jackson. I believe it was maybe week 11. Lamar Jackson goes 6-1 down the stretch. The Ravens make the playoffs. Lamar Jackson saves John Harbaugh's job. Lamar Jackson giveth. But Lamar Jackson taketh away because Lamar Jackson has consistently been injured. And in the biggest moments, including the playoffs, Lamar Jackson is underwhelmed. 9 touchdowns, 9 takeaways in playoff games. That's not John Harbaugh's fault. Lamar Jackson taketh away. Lamar Jackson gave John Harbaugh probably an additional 6 years of coaching life based on what Lamar Jackson has done the last several years. However, you have to suggest that Lamar Jackson's shortcomings in the playoffs are the reason that John Harbaugh's fired. Lamar Jackson's shortcomings in the biggest games are the reason John Harbaugh's fired. Lamar Jackson gave John Harbaugh life, but just how your mama told you, I brought you into this world, and I'm gonna do what, T?
I'm gonna take your ass up out of it.
And I'm gonna take
if
you.
you try me,
And I'm gonna take you out of it. Lamar Jackson kept John Harbaugh in the league, and I would suggest Lamar Jackson also played a major role in getting him up out of it as it stands today.
this is how it works. Had they won the game, everybody would have given Lamar Jackson all kinds of credit. That fourth quarter, escaping the sack, getting out the pocket, making the throws that he made. He would have been given a ton of credit. So it's only right that you have to take some of the blame. You have to take some of the blame. But when Lamar did all he could do. In that game, he did all he could do. You go down, you take the lead. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers, they go down and take the lead. You take the lead back.
Yeah.
You did all that you can do. But when you are Lamar Jackson, you're the highest paid player on the team, you're one of the highest paid players in the league, more is expected of you.
Yeah.
And so when you don't win, of course you have to take some of the blame.
But you know what's crazy, T? Forget this game. The Ravens shouldn't have been in this position in the first place.
Yep.
The Cincinnati Bengals had no quarterback the majority of the season. The Cleveland Browns were trying to figure out their quarterback the majority of the season. And you let a 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers waltz into your division without going to OTAs. Waltz into your division and win it with 10 wins. Like, Lamar Jackson also was hurt and missed about 5 crucial games. Remember, the Ravens could have just beat, who was it? The Ravens could have just won another game in the last 3 weeks, and they wouldn't have been in this position.
Yeah.
If the Ravens would have just handled minimal and minuscule business, the Ravens aren't even in this must-win situation.
This was the first year. When I think Baltimore Ravens, I think of one thing: defense.
Yeah.
This is the first year where defense didn't do their part.
First half of last year, too. Remember,
but they
Zach Moore figured it
really
out.
picked it up.
Yeah.
They picked it up this year, but it wasn't like they did last year.
Yeah.
They lost to the Bengals and then the Patriots and the Steelers twice. Yeah.
Dude, there's no way you take that lead twice and the defense gives it up. There's just no way. There's no way you take that lead twice and you give it up. Like, Calvin Austin is beating Awuzie on a hitch and go. Hitch and go? He didn't even turn his head. He just stuttered his feet. And so the defense gave the game up, but ultimately, Lamar Jackson being the quarterback and John Harbaugh being the head coach, 100%, they're going to always take the blame because they're going to always be given the credit. You have to.
Now, I agree with that. I think we were talking about the game like that happened on Sunday, and that wasn't the end-all, be-all for an 18-year tenure for John Harbaugh. What has been going on, though, the past couple of years is the Ravens have a number 1 defense in the NFL, and they're not capable of going to the Super Bowl. They make that Super Bowl, they win, lose, whatever it is. We're probably not even having this conversation regardless of whatever happens. So John Harbaugh gets to another Super Bowl 2 years later. I don't think he gets fired. I think it's a situation where things have gotten stale. They haven't been able to win more than 1 playoff game in over a decade. Whenever you make the playoffs, that's just not acceptable. It's not, especially with a team that's as talented as them. And I think they're going to be a whole lot better now. Not because John Harbaugh is gone, but because I think they needed that fresh start. And I honestly think John Harbaugh at his next spot is going to be a whole lot better too. Sometimes you just need that reset.
But here's the thing, because here's what I caution everybody. People keep saying, oh, hire Brian Flores, hire Mike McDonald, or hire Jesse Minter, hire these defensive minds. Forget the defense. Make sure Lamar Jackson is right.
Yeah.
Put Lamar Jackson in a position to maintain his health and make sure that offense is in a position to accentuate whoever you want to be, albeit Zay Flowers, albeit Derrick Henry. They've had number 1 defenses before. But in the playoffs against the Chiefs, Lamar Jackson sold. You had number 1 defenses before. The Chiefs only put up 17 points in that game. I believe they won 17-14.
Yep.
So you've had great defenses. Hire Brian Flores. Forget what the hell the defense is doing. It's easier to find a great defensive mind than it is to find a great offensive mind. Get the offensive mind right and then worry about the defense. So if you are going to hire Brian Flores better walk into that meeting with the exact coach that he's going to make his OC. If you're going to hire Jesse Minter, defensive coordinator for the Chargers, TJ, he better walk into that meeting and say, hey, I already have a verbal commitment from so-and-so. Because I don't want an elite defense and a lackluster Lamar Jackson, nor a injured Lamar Jackson. So if we got to move to an under-center team with the fullback, bet. If we got to stop Lamar Jackson from zone reading early, bet. But what is my plan to get the most out of Lamar Jackson?
Did you see what Ryan Fitzpatrick said about Brian Flores?
What'd he say?
I'm obviously going to be paraphrasing. Basically, you have to be a special individual to play for Brian Flores. Like, he was super cool, but then it just turned into a straight dictatorship.
Yeah.
It's my way. There's no other way but my way. And you don't do the shit my way, it's a problem.
Yeah. That don't work that don't work, bro.
That ain't
this
work.
day and age.
And so when he was in Miami, Fitzpatrick, obviously, he said, I got along with him. I was fine because there's certain players, when you get on them, they swatter off a duck's back. They don't care. It is what it is. But there's certain players, when you start yelling at them and getting on them, they're going to shut down or they're going to try to fight you.
Yeah.
It don't matter who the coach is. They're going to try to fight you.
Yeah.
And so has Brian Flores learned from that? And not in the interview learned from it.
Yeah.
Genuinely get out there and get on the field and learn from it, because all these coaches that have come up under Belichick, you not Bill.
Yeah.
You cannot go to and talk to these dudes crazy because it's a dude just as crazy as you.
Yeah.
And he don't care if he get cut if you talking to him crazy.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if Brian Flores, like Fitzpatrick said, has he learned?
Yeah.
Or is he just saying he learned?
Here's my other problem with a person like Brian Flores as a head coach. Defensive minds, more often than not, they don't put gloves on with their players, because defensively, we don't get gloves on. It's the quarterbacks that wear the different color jerseys and you can't touch them in practice. They can't be hit. They're protected by a cylinder. But defensive coaches treat quarterbacks like they treat their defensive players. You can't do that. Like, you have to find a way, I won't say to baby Lamar Jackson, but to nurture Lamar Jackson. If Brian Flores come in there with all this tough stuff, Lamar Jackson missed practice every week for like the last 10 weeks of the season when he came back. Flores probably don't play that.
When you have Harbaugh as your coach, Harbaugh's so cool, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, I go from Cincinnati, right? And Marvin, bro, we be out there Wednesday and Thursday. This is no lie. We be out there practicing 2.5, 3 hours. Dudes that play with us can attest to this. Dudes was getting IVs for after practice because they was cramping up from practice. No lie. So dudes start complaining to me because they know I wasn't afraid to go say something to Coach Lou about it.
Yeah.
I know one time me and Carson go talk to Marvin, like, dude, practice is too hard. He got so mad. He was like, send me what other teams are doing. So I called DeMarcus Ware, never forget it. He sent me the Cowboys practice schedule. Man, they was on the field an hour and a half. Here we are, 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I go to Baltimore. Dog, they was doing walkthroughs on Wednesdays. Like week 5.
Yeah.
We was still in pads like week 13 in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
They were doing walkthroughs. So you bring a drill sergeant in.
Talk. And think about this.
After just having that,
Here's the other
it's going to be hell.
Here's the other thing you got to remember. When Brian Flores was with Miami, that was a younger and up-and-coming roster, if I'm not mistaken. You're getting a young Christian Wilkins.
A young
Tua. I think they acquire Minka Fitzpatrick. He's in his younger days. The Ravens are old. Derrick Henry's old. He don't need to be practicing that much. Lamar Jackson, as it pertains to all the tread on his tires,
vet.
He's old. You know what I mean? Mark Andrews, he's old.
They're a vet team.
Like, these are a vet team. And I think Brian Flores is going to come in here with this, vets don't do all that. They're going to come in here like, Coach, we ain't practice on Thursdays after week 10 the last 2 years. Hold on, you want us in full prads? Week 13?
Bruh.
Hitting? Ones versus ones? We thudding? We to the ground in training camp? Tackling to the ground? Whoa!
Harbaugh, he's a player's coach, man. And I'm biased when I talk about Harbaugh because I like him as a person.
Yeah.
And so that's a huge difference. And then you, Brian, just say you hire a defensive coach, Brian Flores or whomever, mentor, whoever, right? If the offense is rolling, what's going to happen?
Talk to me.
What's going to happen? He leaving. That offensive coordinator leaving for a head coaching job.
And then what?
So now you got to start over from scratch again. Look at the Detroit Lions.
Yes.
They rolling. They rolling. Dan Campbell's an offensive guy.
Look at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Right.
They roll.
And
Next thing you know, they lose AOC.
Anytime, like, if they bring in a defensive coach and they are stout on defense, which they should be, but they get to rolling on offense and Lamar's playing better than he's ever played, MVP, that offensive coordinator gone.
He's
gone.
I hope y'all watching right now because T's preaching.
Yeah.
Think about the Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud's rookie year. They have
Bobby
Slowick.
Yep.
My dog Slow. Former linebacker coach for Washington when I was in the league. Got my dog Slow. Phenomenal year. But D'Amico didn't like what he did the second year. D'Amico gets rid of him. And now the Texans' whole start to the beginning of the season, they trying to figure stuff out. Dan Quinn, Cliff Kingsbury. He just lost Kingsbury because they was button heads. Dan Campbell, John Morton fired him after 1 year, and he took over play calling after week 7. Nick Sirianni, he lost his OC, Shane Steichen, lost his other OC, Kellen Moore, and now fired Brian Johnson, gonna have to fire Patullo. All these non-offensive minded head coaches, you're hamstrung.
When you do well, they're leaving.
Yeah. That's
and
really
when you don't do well, you're
really
fired.
well said.
And so it's like, you're almost better when you have a high-paid quarterback and a guy like Lamar Jackson. You have to hire an offensive coach. Because if you don't, that offensive coordinator, if you do well, which we all expect, okay, we're going to do well, he is leaving for a head coaching job in 1 year.
Yeah.
So now we're starting over again. You thought Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions thought they was going to be in this situation, not in the playoffs? No, they thought John Morgan was going to keep it rolling from what Ben Johnson did. Sorry, you're wrong.
Yeah, facts.
And that's what happens.
We see y'all going crazy in these super chats. Social Trey, you up?
Listen, we got a $50 super chat from our doc, Dominic Scott,
What up?
1962
What
said,
up?
Flores to the Ravens, Cliff Kings as OC, Shula to Titans or Raiders, Clint Kubiak to the Falcons, Stefanski to Arizona. I'd hate to see Clint leave Seattle after this year, but I can't argue with the weapons they have in that sorry division.
Let's get to the first thing you said. Flores and Cliff Kingsbury. The problem is that would be great for a year and a half, and then it'd fizzle out. I don't believe Cliff Kingsbury runs a style of offense that can get you to a Super Bowl.
Hey, why is that? Like, Cliff Kingsbury is like that girl that you, as soon as you get with her, you like, gosh, God, I love her.
And then
This shit the best.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, it was the best.
Yeah.
Like, what happened? They were so, Jane Daniels was hurt, but he did the same thing
With, Kyler
Arizona,
in
Murray.
Arizona. Came out the gates like, and then they just fizzle out.
Yeah. To me as a defender, those offenses are very hard to figure out the first time around because nobody else in the league really runs those style of offenses. Those collegiate style of offenses, 3 wides, 4 wides, spread it out, ball out right now, zone read, primarily base. But then after you've seen it before, it's like, oh, this old thing. So Cliff will have a great year and a half. But come the playoffs when you face elite defenses, because those schemes are very simple. Once you face an elite defense, it's a wrap.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, Acho.
Talk to me.
Brian Flores defense, that shit is amazing,
crazy.
bro.
Nah,
Oh
it's
my
crazy.
God.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Hey.
It's crazy. Hire him as a DC.
Dog. Who on
wow.
the no disrespect.
I'll take him in Dallas right now. Yeah.
Who on the Falcons team would you say is an elite at their position defensively?
Jesse Bates.
No, I'm sorry. The Vikings, not the
Vikings,
Falcons.
yeah.
I'm sorry. The Vikings. Minnesota Vikings. Who on their defense is elite?
Nobody's elite.
And they take steps up too. Like Rodgers didn't look like this
Nobody's elite.
last year.
And
Yeah.
look what they do to people on defense. So
Yeah.
Flores is a special defensive
He is.
special.
But here's my thing. Brian Flores, Robert Saleh, Jim Schwartz, D'Amico Ryans. Like, I can give Mike McDonald. I can give you special DCs. Like me, Emmanuel Acho,
Hey.
I can get you special DCs. I can find you them.
And guess what's about to happen to Mike McDonald? He about to see exactly what we talking about right now.
Oh, when Kubiak leaves him?
He about to see right now. Watch. He gonna see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also,
Kubiak gonna be gone, and they gonna be like, damn, what happened?
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah.
They next.
Yeah. that's
also,
facts.
I think I saw it was like since 20. Might have been since the Broncos did. The only defensive head coach to win a Super Bowl has been Bill Belichick. You think about it, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Sirianni, McVay got one. I believe
Obviously
it was,
Andy.
Yeah, Andy got 3 of them in that time. Doug Peterson. Like, it crazy.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, when McDaniel left and took the head coaching job, Josh McDaniel, when he left
Patriots.
Bill, when he left Bill, they ain't win.
Yeah,
they ain't win.
Yeah,
they lost that OC. They didn't win. He comes back. They win.
Yeah.
And so, as good as Bill is good. As great as Bill is as a coach, when he lost that offensive coordinator,
bro, it was a struggle. It's an offensive league.
It was a struggle.
Bro. It's an offensive league. Keep cooking, G.
We got a $50 super chat from Alpha Man J Sat. Said he just wanted to show love, but he also said that it's not Harbaugh's fault. It's the player. We got to put some culpability on players, kind of like, what y'all said. So, but really just wanted to show love.
Derrick Henry sold, 2 games this year?
Yeah.
Off fumbles? Derrick Henry sold like 2 of
them
the
first 3 games of the year.
Yeah. We got a first-time super chatter. Shout out to the first-time super chat from Scooby. He said, first-time super chat and lifelong Longhorns and Raiders fan. Genty had 1,300-plus scrimmage yards with no offensive line. Who's the best coach for the Raiders in y'all's opinion? Us fans want Harbaugh, Kubiak, or Shula?
Cool.
Great question. Also, shout out to the first-time super chatter.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, of course. We love that. We appreciate the first-time super chat.
We appreciate first-time super
chat. And hook 'em horns, baby. Hook 'em horns.
I think the best coach for the Raiders is Kubiak, and here's why. Kubiak isn't the hottest commodity coach, so he won't get to have his pick of the litter. But he's a freaking savant of an offensive mind, and that's what the Raiders need. Raiders, y'all aren't getting Harbaugh. Harbaugh wouldn't sniff taking that job. You're not getting Stefanski. Stefanski's not going from toxic to toxic. He wouldn't sniff taking that job. You're not getting Brian Daboll because Brian Daboll's not dumb enough to take that job. You're taking a coach that is desperate to become a head coach, a.k.a. a first-time head coach. Somebody's just like, okay, I'll do it. Like, you're getting one of those coaches. So I think Kubiak is the best realistic head coach.
I like an offensive coach because the Raiders are going to draft a quarterback with the first pick. So it's either Kubiak or Brian Daboll. It's one of those two. It can be either one. Me personally, I would prefer Daboll.
Absolutely.
And it's because of you had a rookie in Josh Allen. You developed him. You just had a rookie in Jackson Dart, and he was developing. And so if I'm the Raiders, I'm going after Daboll. And I believe he'll take that job because when you've been a head coach and think he was a head coach for 4 years, it's hard to take a back seat and now the head coach tell you what to do. And so that's who I would like to see as Daboll. For Kubiak, he needs to go to a team that has some pieces that's ready to go. Because the Raiders, even if they offer Kubiak, I don't know if I'm him if I take that job.
Really? Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Because
I hear you.
Are you going to succeed?
But T, I don't think Kubiak's not Ben Johnson. So Kubiak doesn't have the luxury to say no. Remember, Ben Johnson said no to the Raiders last year. Kubiak's probably the 5th most desired coach on the market right now.
Kubiak is a guy that's a football lifer.
Yeah.
He been around football his entire life.
Yeah.
Like, he knows, like, I'm not going to chase the money. I'm trying to chase greatness. We have enough money in our family.
Yeah.
A lot of these head coaches, let me get this guaranteed $30 million. I'm straight.
Yeah.
I don't.
But I think Kubiak's a favorite for a lot of people to.
But now that Harbaugh free, Harbaugh and Stefanski, I think, interestingly enough, and Daboll.
Stefanski,
bro,
that's what we said. We've been saying that for weeks now.
Stefanski couldn't do nothing on offense where he was at. He's supposed to be this guru.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one still calling him out about it. Disappear all you want to.
Yeah,
the takes is there.
Yeah, that was
and our audience keep receipts.
Come on now, his offense stinks.
Hey, where you at, Social Media?
I just got a couple more. Central Cat said, I honestly think John is going to the Giants, or if he doesn't get the job there, then he's going to go with his brother and be a DC. But I wonder who's going to be the new DC when Saleh leaves for a head coaching position. We got another one that said Harbaugh to the Giants. See y'all in the bowl. Another first-time super chatter. Shout out to the first-time super chatter. Harry Hotep said, first-time chatter here, wanted to say, that's a good point, TJ. That's the exact reason why I want the Falcons to go get Kubiak. That's all I got.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of all these coaches that have been, let go, that means that there's a lot of head coaching vacancies right now. Teams with head coaching vacancies include the New York Giants, Atlanta Falcons, Las Vegas Raiders, Cleveland Browns, Tennessee Titans, Arizona Cardinals, and the Baltimore Ravens. Fellas, out of all of these teams that you see with available head coaching positions, which team do you think is the best?
That's easy for me, bro. I want that Atlanta Falcons job.
Wow.
For several reasons.
Okay.
I think Atlanta Falcons have realistic expectations. Many people might say the Baltimore Ravens, unrealistic expectations. Because if Lamar Jackson is actually the limiting reactant, and if Lamar Jackson is actually what's keeping the Baltimore Ravens from advancing in the playoffs, any coach is going to go to the Ravens and underwhelm because the thought process is, I have a unanimous MVP quarterback, I should win Super Bowls. So anything outside of winning a Super Bowl is a failure. You go to the Atlanta Falcons, they haven't had success in years. Haven't had a great coach in years. You go to the Atlanta Falcons, you win that division, you're a savior. And that division is easily winnable. It looks like the Buccaneers have peaked. Though the Saints have a good quarterback, they're still probably a year away. And the Panthers, I think, won the division with a losing record. So if you go to the Falcons, win 9-10 games, that's great. Furthermore, you probably have the most talented player in football for the next 3 years in Bijan Robinson. If Kyle Pitts can if Kyle Pitts can maintain this step, you have a bona fide tight end. I voted for Kyle Pitts All-Pro. If you can get the most out of Drake London, and Drake London had a couple 100-yard games, you got a really good wide receiver number one. So the Atlanta Falcons to me is a no-brainer. Best job on the market.
Man, this is really crazy that all these openings and we think the same team.
Oh, wow.
For a lot of the same reasons that Acho just spoke of, the offense is really good. You have a number one receiver. You really have two, because I'm going to say Kyle Pitts and Drake London, very similar, can go get it, right? Great running back, really good offensive line, young, improving defense. But this is the biggest reason. Who in a division? Who in a division? I want to play the Saints twice. I want to play the Panthers twice.
Yeah.
And I also want to play the Bucks twice. Like, you think I want to go and had a Giants job and I got to play the Eagles twice? I believe the Cowboys will be better. And even the Commanders. You think I want to go play them? You think I want Cleveland and I got to go against Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, and possibly Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers? Like, you think I want Tennessee with Liam Cohen down in Jacksonville and D'Amico Ryans in Houston?
Yeah.
So for me, the Cardinals, you got the Rams, Seahawks, Niners. I want the Falcons because of the division they're in.
Yeah. Also, the young talent they have, though, too.
But that division, if I'm a great coach, at worst, we going 4-2 in that division.
Yeah.
We on paper.
Talk about it.
The Falcons have the best core of offensive players in that division.
Is it fair to also say, and the Panthers might push back, is it fair to say they have the best core of defensive players too? Because you got Pierce Jr., most sacks as a rookie.
You
since
could say
Michael
that's...
Parsons. You got Xavier Watts, most picks as a rookie. I think Jesse Bates should still be under contract. Falcons fans, correct me if I'm wrong. A.J. Terrell can't be over 27 years old. Caden Ellis has been a beast at linebacker for the last several years.
The Falcons got pieces, man.
If you're the
and
Falcons,
that defensive line is young.
Yeah.
And they're
But
good. James
that
Pierce has had a 10.5 sack
division
season.
is there, bro. The division winner is under 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you still have James Pierce for another, or I'm sorry,
So,
you still have
Jesse
Jesse
Bates
Bates for another 2 years.
That's why I take the Falcons, because the path to the playoffs is the easiest.
If we're being honest, the Falcons are an 11-win team tomorrow.
They should
roster
be.
alone.
They should be.
They're an 11-win team tomorrow. I'd put that roster up against several rosters in the NFC. You know what I mean? Like, they're an 11. They're get out of bed, stretch, yawn.
Yeah.
11-6.
They don't have
They're
a
young and
first-round
talented.
pick. That hurts them. That
How'd
does
they lose
hurt
it?
them.
How'd they lose it?
They traded it to the Rams to select Pierce, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Really?
They
Oh,
did
well,
Pierce, yeah.
worth it.
Yeah,
Very much
it.
worth it. They have
Worth
Pierce
it.
and Jalen Walker as it stands right now. We're both extremely talented young edges. Look, I hear what you guys are saying about the Falcons, and it's hard to disagree with. But if I was to disagree and play devil's advocate, which I will, this is the team that I would say is the Giants. Look, and the reason why I'll say the Giants, obviously, that division's tough. That division is tough. The Eagles, they're killing it right now. The Cowboys, I think they're going to be a whole lot better next season. Obviously, I'm a Cowboys fan. The Commanders, I think all three of those teams are very, very talented, but there's one common theme between all of them. Their core is getting a little bit older. Dak Prescott's not going to be there forever. That Philadelphia Eagles offensive line is not going to be able to stay there forever. They're going to have to lose some pieces on defense. And what did the Giants have? They have an extremely talented young defense. Same thing on that defensive line. You got a Brian Burns. I know Burns isn't young or
he's
Dexter
still
Lawrence,
nice,
but still.
though. He's nice.
Lawrence, Burns. You got Abdul Carter that's going
And
to
you
come back.
can
Hopefully
retain
takes that next
Thibodeau
step.
if you wanted to.
Exactly.
If you
You
wanted
can
to, you could
retain him if you want to. You have a young quarterback who shows a lot of promise. If you can keep that dude healthy, he's going to be a problem in this league. I think also Malik Neighbors coming back. You have a bona fide number 1 wide receiver superstar who's just waiting to take that next step and be a top 5 guy in this league. I think they're a team that I think is going to be a really, really good job to have moving forward. Over the next 5 years, it wouldn't surprise me if the Giants turn into a Super Bowl contender.
The hard part is you still have to remember, as crazy as this sounds, the Eagles aren't old.
Down defense.
Like Devontae Smith is, but I'm not going there.
Okay.
Smitty's not old. Saquon's not old. Jalen's not old.
In the next 4 years, though, do you think you're going to get the same Saquon?
No, but he's still. I'm saying you still got 2.5 more good years.
It's really
of him.
hard to be the Eagles and just stay on top for so long. Like what the Chiefs have done and what the Patriots did, that's hard to do.
But here's my thing, T. I think this is the bottom for the Eagles. I don't think this is on top. 2023 was bottoming out for the Eagles. They still went 10-6, started the season 9-1, made the playoffs, lost to the Bucs. A.J. Brown wasn't there. This season wasn't a good season for the Eagles.
At some point, right?
Like
because
this was bottoming out.
At some point, when you look at the construction of the Eagles roster, at some point, they're really offense heavy as where their salaries are. Offense heavy in pay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so at some point, you're going to have to pay Jordan Davis. You're going to have to pay Jalen Carter. You're going to have to pay Quinyon Mitchell. You're going to have to pay Cooper DeJean. That's 4 dudes right there that's going to demand minimum top 5 position money.
Yeah.
When you start doing that, now you got to take away from the offense.
But here's the thing: what we know, how he's good enough to say, you know what, I'm going to move all y'all's offensive money into bonuses, and I'm just going to find a way to retain it. I'm going to give you a not a league minimum deal, but like Lane Johnson, I'm going to convert your $20 million into a bonus, and then that'll clear up that cap space. Howie doesn't name the last great player Howie lost because of money.
No, the Eagles are the best.
Feel me? Like,
the Eagles are the best at managing
somebody
the cap
because of money,
but the last handful of years, outside of Fletcher Cox, who was making big money on the Eagles?
Defensively, you're saying?
Yeah, defensively, outside of Fletcher Cox. Slade was making good money, but it wasn't top 5 at the position. Outside of Fletcher Cox, nobody on their defense has made big money while they've been on this run. Now, they're going to have to pay these dudes. That may be a problem.
But let me give you this. Think about this for a second. The Eagles are so good at talent identification and talent acquisition doesn't matter. Zach Bond is an outside linebacker who's probably going to be a back-to-back All-Pro.
With the Saints, right?
Just
whatever with the Saints.
He's a guy. Going to be a back-to-back All-Pro.
Yeah.
Cooper DeJean, with all due respect, he's a white defensive back from Iowa. You do not go to Iowa to get defensive backs, and the NFL statistics prove you don't get white defensive backs. So you go get a white defensive back from a place you don't get defensive backs, and he's going to be an All-Pro this year.
Howie Roseman, he's really good. I will give him. He's really good. I will give him that.
And if we're being honest, Jordan Davis wasn't a guy until this year. You know what I mean? Like, Jordan Davis was a complete underwhelming player until this contract year, and he's like, you know what? It's time to turn up. So, like, I think even the worst of the Eagles over the next several years is going to be 10 wins. Can the Giants jump that 10-win hurdle, Care Bear? That, to me, is where I'm like, I'm just not going to.
No, it's going to be tough. I don't expect over the next 2 seasons for that to happen. But I think moving forward, they can turn themselves into a contender just because of how young they are. But like y'all said, though, earlier, the Falcons are, I mean, that's the situation you want to be in as a new head coach. And if they get a talented head coach out there at that, Falcons might actually be able to win something.
Yeah.
Super Bowl. Hopefully. You hope so. Well,
I got some super chats. We got quite a few. We got quite a few since that conversation. Nelson Lloyd said, "What's up, fellas? Long time listener, Patriots fan here. My question to y'all is, how do y'all feel about the Patriots with Vrabel as being a defensive-minded coach? Is he not doing great with the Patriots? Let's go."
Here's to TJ's point. If you're going to get an offensive coach, get an offensive coach that's been there, done that, and don't want to go back.
Yeah.
Josh McDaniels has been a head coach. He done that, and he does not want to go back. He's going to be a head coach. Same thing, a guy like Vic Fangio's a DC. Vic Fangio don't want to be a head coach no more. He good.
Yeah.
Like, Eagles are good. They're good.
Yep.
So, TJ said it perfectly. If y'all watching this show, y'all have all the football knowledge you'll ever have on any show with TJ Houshmandzadeh here. The Patriots are in great hands. McDaniel ain't going nowhere.
That's fair.
The Patriots, they are loaded. It was so crazy, man. You know, I be playing Madden in my little Madden chat. Somebody made a great point today. They say, why Pete Carroll go to the Raiders with Geno Smith like he was Bill Belichick and Brady like they was going to do something? I said, damn. When he said, I was like, oh, he made a point with that one.
Yeah. But even the media was hyping it up, though. They was like, oh, they're getting reunited.
It's because Pete Carroll was I expect to compete right now. I got Gino with me. Like, I expect to compete. Like, huh?
Come on.
But yeah, the Patriots, they here to stay, man.
Yeah.
You got a young quarterback in Vrabel.
Yeah.
He's
McDaniels,
hard.
and he's okay staying there just being OC.
Yeah.
Man, he done been a head coach twice, and it didn't
yeah.
work.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
Either
He
time.
good.
He Gucci.
Yeah.
He Gucci.
Yep. Our dog Kimro 200 is back in the chat. Been a while.
Yo.
Welcome back, my guy.
Yo.
Said Steelers fan here. Much respect to our rival coach, but Lamar saved his job the first time.
He did.
Then came the blown leads and awful play calling in the playoffs. He became Doc Rivers like and waiting for others for the other show to drop.
Doc Rivers like is
See,
cold.
the only problem is because Harbaugh didn't call plays, I can't blame Harbaugh for what he did against the Chiefs in 2023
Yeah.
when Todd Monken decided to run the ball like 7 times outside of Lamar's keeps.
But you
Also-
know what? You know what he got to do though, Acho. You in charge. Hey Todd, fuck you doing?
yeah.
Man, get Henry the ball now.
Yeah.
Get him. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to flip that. Because you know they be having the mic up here.
Yeah.
You man got to flip that. Hey, get his ass the ball. Get him in the game. Like when just a couple weeks ago,
When he didn't carry the ball the last 10 minutes of the game.
bro.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Those are the only gripes you have. But he's letting his coaches coach, and
Yeah.
you got to be aware of that. Like, wait, he not on the field. What are we doing?
Yep.
Yeah, that's well said.
Nasty.
I got a $50 super chat directed
Let's
right at
go.
you, Acho.
Oh.
maybe not. Let's go just yet. Michael Droz said, Acho tripping. Ravens and Lamar is the best job. Lamar isn't the limiter. He's the generational talent. Harbaugh was the problem. He coached scared in tight moments.
Here's the thing. Lamar Jackson, I think, is commanding $74 million in cap. They lost Madubuike. He not coming back. Roquan Smith seems like he's declining. Shout out to Kyle Hamilton, one of the best safeties or slots in the league. He gets hurt like once a year in the most unceremonious moments. Marlon Humphrey, former All-Pro, he's way past his prime. So the Ravens have too many names and not enough game. The Ravens are setting you up for failure, G. Like, if you take that Ravens job, it's fool's gold, T. When you walking in the desert and you think you see a pond or you think you see some water and all of a sudden you get
It's a
closer to
mirage.
it, the Ravens job is a complete mirage. It's a whole bunch of players with all-pro names and first-round exit game.
But I'll say this about the Ravens. They're also one of the teams that do a good job of evaluating talent. Maybe not at the receiver position.
at all.
Outside of the receivers, and I'll give them credit for the Zay Flowers one. Even when I was playing,
Yeah.
bro, they would draft receivers in the first round. You'd be like, oh, he out the league. Oh, he out the league. Oh, he out the league.
Yeah.
Ozzie Newsome, when he was there, did a great job. And now DaCosta, who has come under him, they do a great job evaluating and drafting the right players in that system.
Yeah.
But Shotty, oh, bro, the owner, that cool as hell, bro.
Yeah.
You would never think he was owner the way he talks to you and
yeah.
treats you.
That's
Like, he
facts.
one of them owners, you be like, you the owner of the team? Like, he literally would call me and be like, hey, I'm over here. You want to come and shoot some pool? This is where I'm going to be. The owner.
Yeah, that's
And so the Ravens, because they evaluate talent, will always, to me, be in that same position
competitive.
as the Eagles
Yeah.
and other teams because they do a hell of a job.
Where you at?
That's fair. As we say in country ass Indiana, the goose ain't worth the gander with the Ravens job. Blackheart8353 said, don't forget record wise, the Falcons had the same record as the Panthers. You essentially need an OC, possibly keep the same DC and see where it goes, and a wide receiver too, ideally.
Hey, give Bijan the ball more.
Please.
That would be my game
I'm
plan.
tired
as far
of
as
seeing
those-
Tyler Algier in
Yeah.
those pivotal moments. And
Yeah,
shout out to him, he's a good player.
Nah,
really
Tyler
good
Algier is
player.
tough, but yeah, it's
But,
just
like, he's not
but give the
Bijan.
ball to Bijan Robinson.
Like, literally.
Yeah.
I would use Bijan respectfully, and hope for the best, like the Cowboys use Zeke. I am going to
Oh, you gonna
ride
run to the
him.
dirt.
I am
We're gonna get our money's worth.
I'm going to get my money's worth
Yeah.
in his
That's
prime.
crazy.
That rookie
And
contract,
whatever it is,
yeah.
whatever happens, happens.
And I'm on it. If I'm Bijan,
Yeah.
honestly, I want Algier getting those carries because that's going to prolong my career.
Yeah.
And I think we as players, especially a running back, you want all these carries. You don't want all these carries before you get your second contract.
Facts.
You want to live. So if you Bijan and you listen to this or somebody that know him, y'all better send him this. Rotate with this boy till you get your second contract.
Yeah.
Don't try to, let me get 20 to 25 carries. No. Get
So
your second
especially
contract and then
Go to work.
then you do that.
Jameer
But you
Gibbs.
got to secure yourself first.
Yeah, that's facts. Where we at?
I only got a couple more.
What's wrong, Trey?
What's wrong, Trey?
Team 2L2K said, I'll be sure, Bear.
I don't know what that means.
I'll be sure.
Al Be Sure, like the artist. Al Be Sure. He's a
You don't know
child.
who I'll be sure is?
Nah.
Brother.
Yeah, play me an I'll be
bro.
sure
Was
song.
it-
You
was
don't
a
know who
diss?
I'll be sure is?
Yeah,
Not at
he
all,
just
no.
calling him light
You
skinned
ain't watched
with
the,
curly hair.
Oh, I'm tripping.
You
ain't
you don't know who Al Be?
Nah. I was born in 98,
tell you
brother.
how I feel about you night and day.
How I feel
I have to hear the song.
Come on, TJ. Yeah, come on, man. He's all like, oh my gosh, bro.
I'll be
He's
sure.
a child. He said, I'll be sure, Bear, my bad.
Wow.
Has a point with the Giants, and he didn't even mention Scatterboo. You can move Kayvon for a first if need be.
First what?
Nah, you're not getting the first for Kayvon, my
First-
boy.
Yeah.
That ain't happening.
First what? Came on my dog. But
Yeah.
You know, not when you get them in the open market.
No.
Last one I got, Central Cast said Trey was hearing Hutch talk about the owner and was like, damn, I wish our owner and boss was the same, but he over here sending me screenshots of him getting richer while I'm doing dishes or eating.
Wow.
That was a hell of a super chat, Josiah. You
That
did your
was a
thing on
super
that
chat,
one. You
bruh.
did your thing on that one, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's all I got, though.
Care Bear, keep it pushing.
Look, keep it a pushing. We got to talk about the greatest team to ever step foot on the football field. America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. We made a great decision today. We let go of defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus. We told him, take that shit back to Chicago. Look, they're now going to be going on their fourth defensive coordinator in 4 years after moving on from Mike Zimmer last season, now Matt Eberflus, and the season before, two seasons ago, Dan Quinn. Fellas, do you guys think the Dallas Cowboys made the right decision in letting go of Matt Eberflus? And then also, does this firing make my Dallas Cowboys real contenders next season?
The firing doesn't. It's the hiring that does. And I believe the Dallas Cowboys are about to make the most pivotal decision I would suggest of Dak Prescott's career, because you're now coming into the tail end of Dak Prescott's prime. If you go hire a Brian Flores caliber defensive coordinator, a top 3 to 5 defensive coordinator, I believe the Cowboys can get to a Super Bowl. And I don't say that flippantly. But you need to hire a defensive coordinator who knows the type of players that he wants, can identify them, and then can coach them up. What do I mean by that? When DeMeco Ryans got to Houston, TJ, DeMeco Ryans knew who he wanted. Everybody said Kamari Lassiter's too slow to go in the second round. DeMeco said, no, I want Kamari Lassiter. The Houston Texans, DeMeco said, I need a linebacker. Azeez Al-Shaair played for DeMeco in San Fran, went to the Tennessee Titans, had 150 tackles. DeMeco went and acquired Azeez Al-Shaair. Derek Stingley was already there. DeMeco went and drafted Will Hunter. And Will Anderson. And then you
remember
acquired
how
Daniel Hunter.
You remember how he got Will Anderson?
How, sir?
He drafted C.J. Stroud with the second pick, traded back into the first round.
Smart.
And so C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson Jr., they the same draft class.
Yeah.
We going to give up next year's first for this. And they did it.
Yeah.
And he a star.
Correct. But the kickers is so often, people know they want to make a cake, but they don't know what ingredients they need. A great defensive coordinator knows exactly what pieces I need. So if I need aggressive linebackers, I can go get them. And the crazy thing is, they don't need to be expensive. I can go get them. But do I want to play a cover 2 where I need lockdown? Do I need corners that can tackle and are great in zone? Do I want to be like Mike McDonald and simply play the most basic, but just play cover 3, but know exactly what I'm going to do? And I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to play this cover 3. I'm not going to play a bunch of 2, but I have the players that can play cover 3. Do I want pass rushing defensive ends? Do I want run stopping defensive ends? You need to have an identity. So I think the Cowboys' next hire at defensive coordinator is the most important hire they will probably make, especially in the recent Dak Prescott tenure. Because if you give Dak an elite defense with this offense they have, I do think they can be content for Super Bowls.
They had to get rid of him.
Yes.
You mean you have no choice when the defense is that bad?
Yeah, giving up 30 points a game.
You have no choice but to get rid of them. But without your set, who gonna be the next defensive coordinator? I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm going to Brian Flores and I'm saying, how much you need? What you need? And I'm naming him my defensive coordinator. And if we don't get better on offense, you're gonna be the defensive coordinator and waiting to be the head coach. That's what if you put Flores' defense with that offense, the Cowboys can do damage.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Dude, look at the names on the Cowboys, just the players. If you get him Brian Flores, what they doing?
Yeah.
You need $4 million a year. And see, the Cowboys, because the Cowboys and Jerry Jones, they don't want to pay coaches.
Yeah.
They don't want to pay coaches like that.
You know what else I love? T said something, and y'all may have forgot it. I'm glad y'all watching this show. This to Speakeasy. If it's your first time tuning in, congrats on hanging. Brian Flores turns players that are just guys into top-tier defense.
The dudes.
Like Andrew Van Ginkel. He's a guy, but
Yeah.
he's like elite. You know what I mean? He's elite. Harrison Smith is much, much, much older. Cerebral player, but much older. Brian Cashman, y'all probably don't even know who that is. Number 44, I don't even know his. I don't even know. I just know him by number because I watched their tape. Like number 44. Then you got Byron Murphy Jr. out there at corner. Like I don't think
he had Cam Bynum. He got Cam Bynum paid to
literally.
go to the Colts.
to go to the Colts.
I voted no. I didn't vote a Vikings player for All Pro on either side of the ball, actually. But I voted no Vikings defender in All Pro. And yet the Vikings have the number 3 defense.
And they have an all-pro type of defense.
Bingo.
You put him with the Cowboys, they doing work.
Yeah.
They going to do work with him as their decoy. If he can't get a head coaching job, go ahead and leave Minnesota, man. I'm going to give you $4 million a year.
You know who else, bro? Go get Jim Schwartz. Because Stefanski gone,
Yeah,
so
Stefanski's
Schwartz is
gone.
probably
He's open.
gone.
That was another name that I
Like,
was.
go get
I
Jim
was
Schwartz.
Jim Schwartz is special, man.
Yeah.
He that wide nine. See, you got to really know football, know what I'm talking about. That wide nine, and we gonna play the run on our way to the quarterback.
Correct.
Oh, we going to the we gonna condense.
Correct.
Jim Schwartz, you give him one pass rusher, defense is unreal.
Correct. And
Unreal.
then you give him a linebacker that can run and give him a cornerback. Like to me, go get Jim Schwartz, go get Brian Flores. But go ahead.
Look at the pieces. The Cowboys have an assortment of riches when it pertains to the NFL draft in the next 2 years.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The Cowboys can go get whomever. And what offense they set.
Yeah. Offense were good.
They
Yeah.
literally can get the best defensive players for the next 2 years and really solidify this. If you go get Brian Flores or Jim Schwartz,
Yeah. Go get you that pass rusher from Miami.
I don't even want to
You
hear
can't
Ruben
get-
Bain Jr.
yeah, he's gonna be
Ruben
taken
Bain
too high.
Jr.
You got 2 first, don't you?
We do have 2 first, but our first is we have the Packers first, and then we have our first. So it's we'll be I think.
I'm
drafted
saying
around
this.
like
you could use them 2 first to trade up.
to trade up for one.
Exactly.
To
Hey,
get
man,
Ruben
this
Bain.
draft-
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
use
no,
them
I mean,
two
I
first
hear
to
you.
trade
Yeah,
up.
you
know
need
the
a difference
Cowboy-
maker.
'cause- no doubt. The
Imagine-
Cowboys can get a guy like Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
That offense is scary.
But
Yeah.
here's my thing is
You don't even really
I don't
need to
even
touch
want
the
him.
offense.
I
Yeah.
want go get that Ruben Bain cat from Miami plus Quinnen Williams plus Kenny Clark plus the Cowboys have a rookie pass rusher.
What's it called? 41.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
I know you're talking
Like,
about,
you got those
Yeah.
4, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah. No,
you got those 4, you're
But
gonna be all
they
right.
need a coach that can put them in a system to
absolutely.
where we got it. We
Yeah.
got it. Like what you said about McDonald. I don't care if you know what I'm doing. We know what we're doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing. We know how
That's
we're going to be
it.
attacked because everybody tries to attack us
Yes.
the same way.
Yes.
We ready for this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And these coaches, they want to do all this. I know what we doing. I don't care if you know what we doing. Beat us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
I mean, if we're able to actually field a average to good defense,
Yeah.
this is the best offense that we've had since Dak's rookie year.
Hey.
From the offensive line perspective, what you get from the run game, also the weapons that he has on the
They
outside
bring
of wide receiver.
They what they gonna do with GP?
Tag. Probably.
What
We'll
they gonna
probably
do with
franchise
GP?
tag him. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can keep George Pickens for next year if we have to. You can franchise tag him. I think there's the Cowboys are in an interesting situation, and like
Dog.
you said, Acho, it is about this Dak Prescott era that we're in right now as Cowboys fans.
They need a corner.
If we won another Super Bowl, if we won a Super Bowl, and there is a Super Bowl window with Dak Prescott, if that exists, if he can show up during playoff games, please, Dak, for Christ's sake, please. But if he can actually show up during playoff games and we have a window, this is when that window opens, and this is the good hire that you have to make. You go get a Brian Flores or you get a Schwartz. Now we're actually talking about a real contender next season, and I could talk amazing trash to Shady all season long.
Care Bear, if they get a corner and an edge rusher,
Yeah.
man, the Cowboys mess around and really do something.
No, maybe even a
They mess
linebacker. And you can
around
get
and
one of
really
those
do
in a
something.
second. Yeah. No, I think that's where the Cowboys are at right now. But what's up, Jay?
Before we move on, I do have a couple of super chats.
Also, hold up before you get started. This is the dude that he called me. Let's can we take a look at this real quick?
That's his son.
Yeah,
Is this not Al B. Sure?
That's his
no,
son.
that's
This is
Quincy.
his son?
That's
Okay,
Quincy.
okay.
That's the
Okay,
son.
I'll have to. Oh wow, we have him up there. That's great. Can y'all show that?
But
I don't feel like I look like him.
if
Al B. Sure. Look at his on the screen behind
Rome,
us.
can y'all do it or no?
What's that?
Yeah, that's Albie Sure right there. Yeah.
I do not look like, bro. I got a unibrow. That's Anthony Davis.
If we get a
Not even this one. Hold on. Yeah, show the one that's on the screen behind. But yeah, you take the wide shot. Yeah, I don't look like him.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't look like him at all. Okay, I can see it. I can see it a little bit.
But if you told me that was your pops or uncle, I'd believe it. I believe it.
I don't know. The Carl Anthony Towns one was more spot on.
Carl Anthony Towns is Shady did his thing with that one.
That was a good one.
Did do his thing with that one.
Go ahead, get to the super chat.
Couple super chats. We got another first time super chatter,
Shout out to them, bro.
and she's a woman.
Man, hold on.
Gotta clap it up for
Hey,
our women viewers.
watchers.
Yep,
Shout out to y'all. You shout out. This
Listen.
is an inclusive show.
absolutely,
Accountability,
absolutely.
responsibility,
Yep.
and reliability. There's
reliability.
another show that used to come on at night. I don't know if they still do because they're not on right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
All cap, no night.
Oh,
So like, there's another show that used to come on at night, and I just don't know if they still exist because how is this the biggest day in firings? Harbaugh gone. I heard one of the people on that show, a Hall of Famer, played for the Ravens,
yeah.
and they not on right now.
And then tweeted and was like, "Man, I wish we had a show tonight because I got some jokes I want to get off."
And mind you, it's not like they in the studio. You can't find a laptop where you are.
Yikes!
All cap.
Yikes!
All cap.
All cap, no night.
No night.
That was a bar. That's tough to follow up. But let me get to Pauline super chat. She said, "First time super chat. You guys
Yo.
are killing it. I was sad when blank and blank went off air on blank network. The relaxed, free to speak atmosphere here is amazing. Even though you have that losing salty bear on here, Dallas sucks. Go Birds. Listen, first time super chat, and you got some Care Bear slander in there.
Yeah, she did great. That's actually a really good super chat.
Absolutely.
That's a good super
absolutely.
chat. That's a
Okay.
good super chat.
Well, literally and figuratively, you're the biggest target. So Tommy Top Gun said, if the Texans defense has a bad game against the Steelers, do you think that offense is good enough to save the team because Texans are on upset alert more than any other team?
The Texans aren't going to have a bad game. Like, go ahead,
Defensive.
T.
To answer the question, no. No.
Offense
That
is not good
defense
enough.
better
Okay.
show up.
Who's?
Yeah.
Texans.
The Texas defense show up, it's over.
Yeah.
The Steelers like
But here's the thing, T. Like, well, you know, sometimes what I hate about ball is like they better show up. It is in the fiber of their being to show up.
They're
It's
a defensive
impossible for
team,
them to
yeah.
not show up. Like Derek Stingley is just elite. Kamari Lassiter is just elite.
Yeah.
Will Anderson and Deion
I
Hunter
don't think the
are
Texans
just
are on
elite.
upset alert. I don't. Are they the favorite? They should
Have to be. Yeah,
we can check
have
that
to
out.
be.
We can check that out.
Have to be.
I mean, 'cause the Steelers got a good defense now. The Texans offense, they going to have to score some points.
Yeah.
They can give them 14-17 game over.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? Texans offense is going to get turnovers.
Hey, Acho, this one thing. The way Aaron Rodgers was sitting in that pocket, and he ain't doing that this weekend.
Yeah.
He ain't doing that this weekend. It's 1-2, get the ball out.
And here's
If
my
not,
thing, bro.
He going to be looking up
I'm shadowing DK Metcalf with Derek Stingley.
the whole game.
He's out the game. Calvin Austin,
You
good
live or die.
luck. Good luck breathing
You're
against
not
Jamar
even going to
Lassiter.
have time to run a double move.
Yeah.
You're not going to have time. You're going to have to chip the whole game.
And then everybody knows the secret to the Steelers is Kenneth Gainwell. Take him out the game's over. Game's over.
Yeah. That's facts. I got a couple more to get to. They said VHS Bear, Dan Campbell said the Lions possibly blew their only chance at a Super Bowl after losing the NFC Championship. In your honest opinion, did the Cowgirls blow it in 2021 in the Dak era?
Wow.
It's a good question. Good comparison. I like the
I would say the best chance that we had was the year that we went on the road to San Francisco. Was that 21 or 22? It might have been 21.
On the road?
You're the
Yeah,
almanac,
on the
bro.
road.
22.
Yeah, I think it was 22. I think it was
that.
that was the best team that we had that had a chance. Our offense, 2016, the first year, the defense just wasn't going to be able to do it. That's why we lost to the Packers, and we would have lost to the Falcons in that game afterwards. But that 22 year where we had the game on the road,
crazy.
defense was balling out,
Crazy.
and Dak just couldn't hit the side of a barn, brother.
Yeah. That's
That
another
was
Indiana
like that-
country ass.
That was tough. No, I mean, yeah, he
Slowed
legit
it
could
in.
not hit the side of a barn. It was bad, man. That was
Dak
tough.
is better than he's ever been, though.
I
better than
agree.
ever been.
I agree. After that, you saw him actually struggle. He threw the most picks in the entire NFL that season afterwards. Now, the past couple of years, it seems like we got a new day. He's changed his body.
For like a week or two, it was Dak for MVP in the Speakeasy.
Facts.
Like, we was having them conversations.
Whenever Shady wasn't here.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's never gonna tolerate that. Last one I got, Rim Man Doug said, disappointed little cruddy top bear.
Wow.
Wow, I mean, they just
It's just
some of these
slander
aren't
after-
even just like funny. Y'all just talking
shots.
shit at this
Real
this
talk.
point. Yeah,
Shots.
it's like, wow. Okay. I mean, yeah.
He said, damn, 98, baby. I'll be damned.
I'll be damned.
How's it going? TJ, you my guy. Don't remind us of that play with the Ravens, but Harbaugh is the only coach I feel bad for. However, eventually every chess piece got to move.
That's a bar.
That's a bar. That's
Who
a
dropped
bar.
that? Who dropped that?
That was Rim Man Doug. Don't be surprised if that gets stolen.
It's
And it's
already stolen.
It's by the guy to my
It's
right.
all-
So.
I'm still. You gonna see me on Instagram tomorrow. Every chess piece has got to move.
Nah, it's always the same
this
angle
one-
on those videos. I'm like, I'm hurting right now.
Oh,
for
gosh.
everyone.
Yeah. Lock
You know what
in.
I mean?
Yeah,
It's in
no,
the
no,
car.
no, keep
It's in
going,
the car.
keep going.
I just wanted to let everyone know I'm hurting right now for those and then the Eagles fandom. You know, it's been very hard for us. I adjust the glasses.
Yeah,
You know-
yeah. I like this.
This life is just it's so hard, and especially on us, man, it can be very hard. And it's important that
Yeah.
you talk to the people that you love about your fandom and whatnot. And, try to make sure that the people around you, they hear you. That's the Acho
You
special.
didn't use enough dictionary words,
No, I
but
didn't.
other
I
than that,
didn't.
you nailed
The
it.
SAT words were already got dropped out of college.
My
man.
favorite thing that Acho does though is when he gets in the car with
No,
the
no,
phone.
yeah. It's
When he
always in
enters
the car. He's leaned over. Yeah.
He does one of these right here.
Yeah.
All right, beautiful people. So I come here with a message. He said, Unc and Ocho logging on right now.
Are we back? Yeah. They're saying we back. We back. Let's go. Yeah. Sorry.
Hold on. We have to make an announcement.
Okay. Go ahead, bro.
After they can hear us, and we just got to come clean. After the all cap, no night joke,
Yeah. No, they.
word on the street is that Nightcap sent some hitters.
The drone was in the air, man.
Wi-Fi,
They EMP'd us, brother.
Our Wi-Fi router is outside, and we saw some people in masks running by our studio door.
Yeah.
And we can just be honest that we think Nightcap has something to do with this. We'll handle this off air. Y'all know in Speakeasy, we ain't no punks. There will be no jail time served, but we just want to let y'all know what just happened.
Oh no, I sue.
Yeah, we know.
A subpoena will be on your desk tomorrow. Okay, Cap Night. Goodness gracious. All right,
Let's get it back
we
popping.
have a show to do here.
Taylor, y'all good?
All right, so look, we do have a matchup this weekend. The Bills are taking on the Jags in Jacksonville. Disgusting. They need to move to London. Interesting stat here, Trevor Lawrence, 2-1 against Josh Allen over the course of his career. Fellas, who do you guys trust more? Because Trevor Lawrence has been on fire in the second half of the season to win this game. Josh Allen or Trevor Lawrence?
Well, me personally, I trust Josh Allen a lot more. That's disrespectful to say who would I trust more. A player that has accomplished as much as Josh Allen has accomplished, and comparing him to Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence hasn't accomplished nowhere near the amount that Josh Allen has accomplished. So I trust Josh Allen by far, way more than I trust Trevor Lawrence. But the Bills gonna lose. So I don't trust him that much. I trust him to outplay Trevor Lawrence, but Trevor Lawrence has a better collection of teammates around him, specifically on the offensive side of the ball. And he has Liam Cohen calling the plays. And so, yeah, I believe the Jags will win the game, but I for sure trust Josh Allen more.
You're taking the Jags to win the game?
I am. The Jags are for real, man. The Jags are a really good team.
I'm not sure if I'm leaning on the Jags to win the game right now, but I do think Trevor Lawrence, if he goes out there and he plays like he has the past 7-8 weeks of the season, he's playing better than any other quarterback in the NFL right now. He's on that level.
This is off the head, and you can look this up and let me know if I'm wrong. But I believe the Jaguars are number 4 against the run. That's the Bills' bread and butter.
They're up there.
I think the Jags are number 4 against the run.
Hey, also, real quick, y'all refresh the stream. People saying there ain't no sound. Just refresh the stream real quick. We are not broken to Speakeasy.
Yeah.
Social Trey, he stood up. He knocked over a wire. It wasn't nightcap. I apologize. He knocked over a wire. He knocked out all the Wi-Fi. He knocked out all the sound. We'll take it out as check. Don't worry about it.
you.
He has a desk. He's going from a desk to a stool.
Yeah.
There is punishment in the Speakeasy because there's accountability in the Speakeasy. Refresh. Let's get it back popping. Continue on these Jags and on these Bills.
Already
Bigfoot
not
Trey.
paid enough.
That's crazy.
Yeah, where they at? Where they
No,
rank?
the Jacksonville Jaguars have the number 1 rushing defense in the
Number
NFL.
1. See, I said number 4. They number.
Yeah.
Man, they about to beat the shit out the Bills, man.
Whoa!
They about to beat the shit out the Bills. Yeah. And I like the Bills. I got people. Josh Allen, I've been knowing him forever.
T, you
Good
sound
dude.
drunk.
Watch.
You sound drunk.
Hey, don't put that on
And-
your prize picks. Don't put that on your prize picks. Hey.
In what world is Trevor Lawrence about to beat the brakes off of
A
Josh?
world where your defense is number 1 against the run, that your opponent, that's their main asset.
But here's my thought process is, it's not like the Jags have lockdown DBs. And last I checked, Greg Newsome left that game injured. So, like, the Bills ain't got no receivers. But they ain't got no lockdown DBs like the Texans to just shut them down. Shakur can go for 74 yards.
74, that's fine.
Dalton Kincaid.
Is he going to play? He ain't play that. Is Dalton Kincaid going to play?
Yeah, I hear you. I
feel like
I hear you.
the
But come
Jags
on, T.
have been slept on. They've been slept on this year. When you have a number 1, they're going to make them one-dimensional. And this really should be the year that Josh Allen gets there. Mahomes not in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Lamar not in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Burrow not in the playoffs.
Yeah.
This should be his year.
You said the Jags got the number 1 rush defense?
The Jags have the number 1 rushing defense in the NFL.
Is
this
it by
season.
yards? Is it by
by yards? By yards. Yeah, they have the, and also the Bills have the number 1 rushing offense in the NFL.
Because here's my thing, T.
by yards.
Respectfully, you going to have to show me something, Jags. Like, James Cook won them once.
James Cook is special.
So, like, you finna have to, because the Jags linebackers are nice. Devin Lloyd, shout out to him. Full K, shout out to him. Like, I voted him all pro. But, like, you finna have to show me
Hey,
something.
McDermott is watching his Jags defense and saying, oh, this is a defense we used to have in Buffalo.
Yep.
Guarantee. This is why the Jacksonville Jaguars are in the position they're in. You know, we want to always get a credit to the offense because we scored the points. Trevor Lawrence was the first pick. You know, he was supposed to come beat us. The defense is doing their part, more than their part, and now this is what we see. I like Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a great dude. At least he has been to me and my son. I'll take my son to train. All the top quarterbacks out there.
Yeah.
Josh Allen the only one to play catch with my son.
Dang.
He just do it. So I fucks with Josh Allen. Like, I really like him.
Yeah.
Brought a jersey and gave it to my son. He brought my son a jersey. Gave it to him, signed it, everything. So I really like Josh Allen. But I got to be honest. When you run the ball and that's your bread and butter and you playing a team, that's their bread and butter, 9 times out of 10 in these situations, the defense wins out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I think Josh Allen knows what we all know because he be on social media too. And he knows no Pat, no Lamar, no Joe. I got to get it.
Gotta get it.
Like, Josh knows this. I don't care what Mina Kimes says. I don't care what other people say. Like, it's a team sport. No. Josh knows I got to get it done. Josh cannot get bounced in the first round. He knows that, T. He knows that. So what does that look like? That looks like Josh running for 64 yards this game. That looks like Josh throwing for 219 yards this game. That looks like Josh having 3 total touchdowns and no turnovers.
Now, I can see where Josh Allen now is the leading rusher. If Josh Allen is the leading rusher, we got a ball game. If Josh Allen is the leading rusher, I just believe they are going to try to take James Cook. They don't even have to try. That's what they do.
Yeah.
That's what they do. And then they got Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker. They got 2 defensive ends that can really get after the quarterback. You got 2 defensive ends that can actually run with Josh Allen. You got 2 defensive ends that are just as big or bigger than Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And so Josh Allen's going to have to do exactly what you said. 212 to 230 passing.
Yeah.
50 to 77 yards rushing.
Yep.
He does that, we got a ball game.
Let me ask you this, though. What we haven't talked enough about is Trevor Lawrence. Because there is a world where big-time moment, big-time stage, Trev's at home. He knows he has to get it done.
Yeah.
He's had a phenomenal season. Sean McDermott's a hell of a coach, and the Bills' defense is good. We have this narrative like they're not as good as they used to be, but they're still good. There is a world where Trevor Lawrence comes out here, throws 2 picks, throws for a tug, throws for, 219 with 2 picks, and
you know what's going on? They're playing in Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. They're not playing in Buffalo with the inclement weather. It should be nice and sunny. Hopefully it ain't no rain down in Florida. Mm-hmm. But it should be a great weather-wise for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're not going to Buffalo. So if he throws 2 interceptions, the moment is too big for him. And the Jacksonville Jaguars need to really think like, is this our quarterback? Because this is setting up we're at home.
Yeah.
Best defense we've had. Brian Thomas now has kind of turned it on the second half of the season. They doing all this without Travis Hunter because Jacoby Meyer has come in and been that
Parker.
guy.
What's Devontae Parker, right?
No, nah.
Devin Parker?
No.
Light-skinned cat.
Yeah, he nice. He came out here and worked. I was like, who this
Parker
dude?
Washington.
Parker Washington.
Yeah.
Bro, twitchy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's super twitchy and he got good size.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah, have to.
There we go. That's progress. That is growth. That is good stuff, man. Good stuff, TJ.
Your kids raised you well.
You just have.
It's right.
Yeah, they be kidding me. But I think it's just the easy thing because it's Josh Allen to say the Buffalo Bills are going to win.
Yeah.
You got to start giving Liam Cohen his credit, the way he's transformed Trevor Lawrence. But more than anything, Trevor Lawrence had to be transformed and accept the coaching that he was getting and go out there and do it.
I'm with
Yeah,
it.
no, absolutely. I mean, last 8 games of the season, they go on an 8-game winning streak. Trevor Lawrence in that span, 25 touchdowns to only 4 interceptions. Or, I'm sorry, 25 touchdowns to 5 turnovers in that time span. That's an incredible way to close out the season. Moving forward, we got to talk about some other quarterback matchups that we have in the playoffs. Caleb Williams taking on Jordan Love in a divisional matchup in the wild card round.
I like this one.
3,942 yards, 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions for Caleb Williams, and 3,323 touchdowns, 6 interceptions for Jordan Love. The head-to-head record is 2-2. It's about to get settled in this playoff game. Obviously, the Bears have been extremely hot to close out the season, beat the Packers the last time they saw them. Who do you guys trust more to get it done in this matchup?
Crazy enough, I'm going to say Caleb Williams. I've been convinced over the last 24 hours, in large part by the big man behind the bar. Caleb Williams is a cardiac kid. Like, end of the game, Caleb Williams is clutch. As clutch as they come. I like the Bears running game right now more than I like the Packers running game. For whatever reason, like Josh Jacobs started off the season crazy. I think he's been dealing with injuries, but like, who's the number 1 running back with the Packers as of late? Matthew Golden, first-round pick. Thus far, a complete waste because you don't utilize him. So I don't know who the guy's going to be for the Packers, whereas for the Bears, we know what time it is. We know they're going to try to get DJ Moore the ball, especially lately. We know Caleb Williams in the fourth quarter is going to get busy. And between Monangai and DeAndre Swift, I love that running game. And Ben Johnson in the playoffs, he gets active.
Man, this is tough because Jordan Love is proven. And Caleb isn't. But they obviously played each other, division opponents once each, and they both won on their home field. And so when you look at it from that perspective, you got to go with the Chicago Bears. You got to go with Caleb Williams. You got to go with Micah Parsons not being hurt. How is that being hurt? How is that pass rush going to look? You got to go with the Chicago Bears look like they're going to lose this game, and then here come Caleb Williams creating this magic and making throws and the receivers making catches that are uncommon. And so because of them playing at home, because of what I've seen Caleb Williams do down the stretch in making those plays, Micah Parsons is not going to be there to really put that pressure on Caleb Williams. I would say you have to go with Caleb Williams, and that's kind of odd that I'm saying that considering what Jordan Love has done throughout his career in the playoffs. But I got to go with Caleb Williams and the Bears.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup. Jordan Love, we have seen, I think, early on, that first game against the Cowboys. I mean, he balls out. Everyone's thinking, oh, okay, this is going to be amazing. They end up getting early up or they get up early in the first half. I forgot who they were playing. Was it the 49ers or the Lions in that game?
With who?
They got up against the Niners.
It was against the Niners in the NFC Championship, and then they ended up.
Yeah.
Since then, we have not seen the same Jordan Love.
You know what? I
just
call him
haven't.
special because of that Cowboy game. It was his first start,
Yeah.
man, and
It was
just
crazy.
like-
It was crazy.
And that
Crazy.
was like the only one, but it was like, damn, he doing this?
After that game, I think everyone was like, man, the Packers did it
Yeah.
again. They went
Yeah.
from Favre to Rodgers to now
To Love.
another possible Hall of Famer. And since then, we just haven't seen it. Caleb Williams coming into the league, I think everyone was ready to throw him away. I think they were ready last year to just be like, oh, no, this isn't it. Dude paints his nails. He's not going to be able to throw out there and throw football. Dude, he has been unbelievable the second half of the season, and you've seen it. They were relying more on the run game early on. They weren't capable of competing early on in games. Ben Johnson has completely changed the culture there. They're an offensive football team now.
Yeah.
The Chicago Bears are. They take the ball away on defense, but the Bears are supposed to be, we run the ball and then we play good defense.
You know what?
It's a completely different identity because of 18.
Is it fair for me to say you got to stop doing that, Care Bear?
What I do?
What'd he do?
Because of 18. Who the hell is 18? His name is Caleb Williams. It's not Caleb. He's not a one-namer, and he's not a jersey number.
No, he's not.
Like, stop doing that,
When you
bro.
say 18,
Iceman, because of Iceman.
Me
Caleb
and
Williams.
Care Bear, TJ, settle this score. I need y'all in the
Please.
chat. Please answer
Please,
this.
yep, I'm gonna put a poll.
Care Bear walked into the studio one day,
Yep.
and he said, hey, y'all see that game Caleb played? I said, Caleb who? He said, Caleb. I said, Caleb who? He said, Caleb. I said, Caleb Williams. He said, Caleb's a one-namer. I said, no, the hell Caleb Williams is not
It
a one-namer.
absolutely is.
And he said,
Lies.
do you know any other Calebs? I said, within the context of sport, no, but a one-namer transcends sport.
I know another Caleb.
So with that being said, don't call him 18. He hasn't earned that yet. That's Peyton Manning. Don't
Facts.
call him Caleb.
Yeah.
His name is Caleb Williams.
Williams.
Period.
Y'all
I
are
mean,
so
if
nasty,
you're
man.
a sports fan,
Y'all are so nasty.
y'all watch basketball?
Of course.
Yeah.
What's buddy
Yeah.
they played in North Carolina?
Caleb Love.
Exactly. That's when you. That's
Yeah.
what I.
There's more
That's
popular.
me.
There's
That's me,
Caleb
though, 'cause
McLaughlin,
I'm
but
a
also
fan
in
of
the
sports.
NFL, we come in here, we talk about football for the
But-
past 4 months. I walk in here and I say, "Yo, did you see the game that Caleb played?"
He's not a one-namer.
Mr.
He's
Cerebral
not a
Glasses man.
one-namer.
You should know who Caleb Williams is.
It's principle.
principle, yeah, it's a
like,
principle.
Literally
Come on now.
speaking,
It's the
sure,
principality.
Caleb, but like he's not. He hasn't earned the right to be
No.
a one-namer.
He on his way, though.
Not like Travis Kelce. Not
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. Caleb.
He on his way.
Yeah, but he's not
He on his
there
way.
yet.
Nah,
You
he's
see how we
nasty.
called him Jordan Love? We
Yeah.
didn't call him Love.
Hold on.
and we didn't call him
Time
Jordan.
out.
Facts.
What has Kyler Murray done to deserve a one-namer? Because we go in here, like Kyler. You say Kyler, you automatically know what you're talking about.
I call him Kyler Murray.
That's
And Shady-
nasty.
and
Yo,
Shady
you-
calls
but
him
if I
Little
say,
Man.
but if I came
And
in here and I
Shady
said
calls him Little
Kyler,
Man.
if I say, yo, like, do you see that game Kyler had? There's no hesitation as to who I'm talking about.
It's
You just
disrespectful.
couldn't think of a Caleb on the day, and that was my fault.
It's disrespectful to true one-namers to
Agreed.
call him Caleb.
Agreed.
It took a while. Then Chad Johnson became Ocho Cinco.
I don't even call him that neither. I've never called him that ever.
Thank you.
I always call him Chad.
Yeah.
You still know who
Everybody
Chad
else
is.
call him Ocho though, but
You
I've
still,
always
you
called
still
him
know
Chad.
who Chad is.
Correct.
If
Because
I
you
say
have to
Chad,
earn the right. You have to earn the right. You
Y'all are
do,
so-
Caleb.
He
This
on
is-
his
this
way
is
though.
crazy.
He
That's-
on
yeah,
he
go
on
He's
his
great.
way.
He is on his way. The dude's
on
been
his
nothing
way.
but
He a
down.
baller.
They said he wasn't a generational talent, and all he's done is Iceman, baby, why you so
gosh.
cold?
You gonna get a Caleb Williams jersey
Praise
too?
the word. Absolutely, I would get a
Oh,
Caleb
my
Williams
God.
jersey. He's cold.
The
What
point
you
out,
talking
Caleb
about?
is crazy. The point I was trying to make is it crazy for me to say Caleb is more clutch than Jordan Love already? Is that crazy for me to say that? Because I think he is.
Regular season at this point, he has more
He
comeback
gotta win this
victories than
game.
anyone.
He got to win this game. You're at home. You got to win this game. You got to win. And the Packers, it ain't like they're out, man.
Yeah.
I just like you draft Matthew Golden in the first round. You have Romeo Dobbs. You have Dontavian Wicks. You have Christian Watson. You have Jalen Reed. You don't need Matthew Golden. You got 4 good receivers. You don't have 2. You have 4 good receivers. Like, so then you draft Matthew Golden, who can really play. But he not playing because you got 4 dudes that can really go. Like, that's a waste of a draft pick. That's a waste of a draft pick. But the Packers, they not out of this game. I'm just looking, divisional opponent, each team won in their home field. I got to go
Here's
with
what
that.
I know, with all due respect. Packers better not put Trayvon Diggs on that field.
Oh wow.
I'm being honest. You saw what Ladd McConkey and them did. Put Trayvon Diggs on that field if you want to.
He gonna play.
And watch what Ben Johnson gonna do. Ben Johnson will
double move.
They will double move him to death.
They're gonna double move him.
They will fake flea flicker him. They will reverse pass him. They will double pass him. They will sluggo him to death.
They're gonna hit him with a couple stop routes, and then
the second they see he bites, all right, DJ Moore's time.
They didn't even bite. The second they see him contest a throw,
because
if you contest any throw under 10 yards,
you sitting on it.
You get nosy. You sitting.
Yep.
Oh, we gonna double move your ass. You contest any throw under 10 yards, you're not playing.
And you also got to remember, Ben Johnson plays to emotions. He knows Diggs has a lot to prove. Playoff game, Packers, Cowboys, y'all ship me off. Oh, I'm finna come out here and get a pick. My former DB coach is on the other sideline, Al Harris, watching me. Oh, I'm finna show him something. What? Play him if you want to. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Also, Chad is saying Geno is a one-namer. When I say Geno, you know who I'm talking about. And
But
he was ass.
Can we talk about this?
A 2-pack. A 6-pack of ass.
The principle is not okay. Here's the thing in the chat. It's not whether or not we know who you're talking about. It's have you earned the right in the NFL to be a one-namer? Shady had to become Shady. Shady's rookie year when he was wearing 29
That's
instead
a
of 25,
nickname.
he's LaShawn McCoy. Like of course, when you say Geno, I know who you're talking about. Unless you're talking about Geno Aruna,
Oriema.
I don't know how to say that thing. But of course, I know who you're talking about. It's the principle. You told him 18. What the hell?
I said
Nasty
their season. I'm talking within context, and I said their season changed, and in big part due to 18.
But
That's
that's
normal.
That's
normal.
nasty work.
How old are you?
I'm 20. I'm 27.
And like eventually, that's what's gonna happen. 18, they're gonna be like, "Who paid Manning?"
No.
Whoa,
That's what's
I don't
going-
think that's gonna happen. I don't think that's gonna
A
happen.
20-year-old.
No.
So he went.
But it's
Yeah, 20-year-old that never saw Peyton Manning.
Hold on.
Peyton was
It's
crazy.
because of the sins of Care Bear. If you start
My
referring to
sins?
18 as Caleb, we will forget Peyton Manning. It is your job and responsibility on Speakeasy with 5,000 people watching right now to keep the name of the greats alive. Don't replace them with Caleb after a season and a half.
Yeah.
I'm disgusted.
Yeah. I agree with you.
It's
Nasty work.
Disgusting.
Nasty work.
I don't know. I mean, I guess nobody can wear any numbers. I guess
We'll just start calling you Care from now on.
You say 12? Can Aaron Rodgers
Care.
not be 12?
What's up, Care?
He's still just as great. Aaron
What up,
Rodgers couldn't
what
be
up,
12.
Care?
Let's keep the show moving, Care.
Doesn't even make
Messed
any
up, man.
sense.
Let's keep it moving because y'all are out here tripping. Anyway, the Bengals, your Bengals, TJ Usmanzada, they decided that Zach Taylor will be remaining their head coach. He said they won't make any staff changes, so the DC Al Golden is back for a second season, and Cincinnati is finally running it back with the same front office and coaching staff from in consecutive years. This is a very interesting move, given the fact that the Bengals were one of the worst defenses I've ever seen this season. Are they making a mistake by keeping this head coach, Zach Taylor?
I'm gonna say no. Offense obviously is our bread and butter, and so you're gonna keep the head coach unless Joe says he don't want him. And so I'm sure they talked with Joe and his people, and they wanted Zach Taylor to return. And so there we have it. Defensively, we got better towards the end of the season, but there's just no way in hell if we start next season and we not top 17 the first quarter of the season in September, we got to make a change right away. You can't afford to score 35 points and lose a game. But I knew the Bengals weren't going to fire Zach Taylor. They don't really fire head coaches. They kind of let your contract run out, and then they just
Y'all
don't
are so
renew it.
damn cheap, bro.
But no.
That's so crazy.
But offense hasn't been our problem. So
Yeah.
Zach Taylor being the head coach, he shouldn't get fired.
Then what about the decision to retain Al Golden?
That part.
At this point, you can look at Al Golden and say, did he play a part in our defense being at one point on pace to be the worst defense in the history of the league? Yeah. But, man, you players got to make plays, man.
Hold on, T.
If I got somebody on the sideline
Hold on, T.
and he running down the sideline, just push him
Hold
out of
on,
bounds.
T. Far too often, T, we always say, like, this guy ain't the problem. But we got to reframe it, T. Like, is this guy the solution? Al Golden might not be the problem. But when I think about Al Golden and the history of his career, whether a head coach at Miami, head coach at Temple, DC at Virginia, Al Golden isn't a defensive coordinator that put fears in my eyes. So if you how can you go to war against a Brian Flores, against a D'Amico Ryans, against a Mike McDonald, against a Jesse Minter, against a Sean McDermott, I'm naming defensive minds, and you're going to war with an Al Golden. Because Zach Taylor's not the best offensive mind in the league, and Al Golden's not the best defensive mind in the league, and Joe Burrow's not the best quarterback in the league. So you're not going to war with the best anything, and you're expecting to be the best? Make it make sense. You're the Eagles. We got the best roster in the league. You're the Texans. We got the best defensive mind in the league. You're the Bills. Hell, we got the best quarterback in the league. At least in your heads, you can say that. Like you're the Jags. You know what I mean? We might have the best overall everything in the league. It's what you'll say to yourself. You're the Rams. We got the best quarterback in the league. We got the best wide receiver unit in the league.
Well, you know what the Bengals are saying then? What they got the best?
Wideout?
They got the best tandem in the league.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase is the best tandem in the league.
Understood.
And so, if our defense is just middle of the pack, we can do something. Can they be middle of the pack? Can Miles Murphy start to play like a first rounder? Can our first round picks play up to their draft status? If they can do that, then it's possible.
Who's the general manager in Cincy?
Duke Tobin, Mike Brown.
Who calls the shots?
Oh, Mike Brown for
He got
sure.
to get fired.
Mike Brown, the owner.
He has to get.
He the owner. He Jerry Jones. He just ain't. He just ain't talkative like Jerry Jones. Mike Brown called the shots.
Because you wasted a third-round pick last year, wide receiver from Alabama.
Yeah,
because you cut him after a year and a half. The rookie defensive end, Shamar Stewart.
Yeah.
What the hell were y'all doing? Like, that's a third-round pick and a first-round pick.
They look at the athleticism, so hopefully that athleticism translate. He got to go get with somebody that can really coach him on how to use that athleticism. Buddy's 6'5", 270, run a 4.5. If you go get taught, like all this, I'm gonna make this money net. Go spend $75,000, $100,000 on a trainer that's gonna train you every day. And I ain't talking strength and conditioning. I'm talking positional work. Spend that money, cause he gonna make you millions.
Yeah.
Go find one of these D lineman coaches and spend $100,000 so that you can make $100 million. Mm-hmm. And like I think we as players, we don't never want to do that.
Yeah.
Because we think it's gonna. I'm cold. I'm gonna make this money. You don't think spending $100,000 to make $100 million is worth it?
That's facts. Let me ask you this: have the Bengals peaked with Joe Burrow? Because I would say yes.
It seems as if. It seems as if that Super Bowl was a peak, especially coming off the injury and then bam, Super Bowl. I hope not, but it seems like, man, did we?
I think they peaked. I think their best players got paid, and with paper comes egos. I think Jamar Chase's ego he's always had one, but now like he's starting to wild out a little bit. Like I don't think first or second year Jamar Chase spits on Jalen Ramsey. I just don't think so. I think that's I'm bigger
than life. But he's still playing. To me, I don't care. The spitting thing I do care about, but the ego thing, I don't care about that as long as your production isn't dropping.
Fair.
I don't care about that because, they always say money changes you.
Absolutely. It exposes who you really are.
Money never changes you.
Yeah.
It just makes you become who you've always wanted to be.
Correct.
And so if he wants to talk more because now he has a little, that's fine. So that's who you always wanted to be. As long as that production stays the same, Golden he got to make it happen.
Let me ask you this though: is it fair to say that Zach Taylor is overrated? And the reason you could suggest Zach Taylor is overrated is because he had that phenomenal success with Joe Burrow that second year. But outside of that, he ain't really showed you nothing. The year before Joe Burrow got drafted, Zach Taylor did nothing. Joe Burrow gets drafted. Joe Burrow's rookie year, it's fine. He does nothing. Joe Burrow gets hurt. Second year, Joe Burrow goes crazy. But like, what has Zach Taylor done? The Browning, the Jake Browning,
Jake Browning,
backup Q, couldn't figure that out. Like, to me, a great head coach does the most with the least, not does the most with the most.
Now, Joe has made him look good. That's
great.
A fact. That's a fact. But a lot of it too, though, it has to be the relationship they have, because if Joe Burrow felt like Zach Taylor wasn't the coach that can get them where they wanted to go, privately, he would have said something to his people, and they would have said something to the Bengals.
But to me, Joe ain't got the right to do all this chit-chatting anymore, bro. Joe, you're not there enough. Joe Burrow, don't tell me who you want as your head coach, Joe Burrow.
If Joe Burrow wanted Zach Taylor gone, he gone.
Yeah.
He
You
gone.
move stuff out of the
If
way.
Joe
for
Burrow wanted him gone, he out of there like yesterday.
But here's what runs me hot. Zach Taylor coaches a backup more than he coaches Joe. Like, Joe not there enough.
But this is the thing. We know we know he's had injury problems. He knows that. But when he's healthy, he's one of the best, if not the best.
That's facts. I can't argue with you, G.
And so that needs to be addressed. He got to figure that out.
Yeah.
And hopefully he does. But defensively, if our defense is middle of the pack, we playing this weekend. But
then Zach Taylor got to fire out Golden. Because who can get you a middle of the pack defense? Jim Schwartz.
Why do you trust him to get – this is my thing, though, TJ. Why do you trust Zach Taylor to get you right on the defensive side of the ball when this year you had one of the worst defenses in the league? Last year you had one of the worst defenses in the league.
Talk about it.
And Burrow actually had a career year last year. And, like my thing is Zach Taylor is – I think he is a good offensive mind. And I think Burrow has a right to be happy with him on the offensive side. But defensively, they cannot figure it out. And they haven't been able to figure out for years now. They missed the playoffs 3 straight seasons.
You're right about that. I ain't gonna lie. The only guy that I know for a fact that I'm like 100%, we had him, we in the playoffs, no question, calling the defense, is one guy. And that's Brian Flores.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, Brian, he the only guy. Because I just look at his team and say, the Minnesota Vikings, damn, the Bengals got better athletes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he the only guy. Outside of that, who can you get? Like, you just don't know. And I don't know what goes on in Cincinnati on a day-to-day basis. Cam Taylor-Britt, big, fast dude, had a really good year, had an injury this year, but last year, towards the end of the season,
How you feel about Jordan Battle? He had all the numbers, got all the stats. I wanted to vote for him for All-Pro, but then I was like, y'all's defense is so sorry.
It's hard, and that's where guys like Jordan Battle that had a good year. DJ Turner had a good year. But the defense is so bad, you like, oh, he was on the Bengals. They ain't getting
like literally, like
that's why
I respect your contributions to being elite so much that I was gonna vote for Jordan Battle. I started to look up the Bengals. I started to watch his tape, and I'm like, yeah, you had
was
numbers,
on the Bengals.
but I'm like, what Caleb Bullock did for the Texans to me is more impressive than
because
what you
it
did.
impacted the game,
and that's what I care about.
Impacted the game.
That's what I care about.
Now, I saw this tweet. I thought it was funny. Is John Harbaugh misses the playoffs one time with the franchise quarterback after a historic run and gets fired. Zach Taylor misses 3 straight years
Bruh.
and gets told to run it back. To me, it's not even really the retention of Zach Taylor. It's the assistants. I can't agree with having Al Golden run it back this season. Like I said, there's too many talented defensive coordinators out there that you can go get that you want to run it back with him. Trey, you got some super chats?
Talk to us, Trey.
Listen, I do got a couple super chats today on my head. Listen, they said I knocked the Wi-Fi out. They've been calling me everything but social trade. They called me anti-social trade. They
called you Timu Tech Trey.
Called me Timu Tech Trey. It's been bad. I did the Command Find, Command F, where you can just see.
Yeah.
It said 76 trays in the comments just from different. Yeah, like it got crazy. But anyway, Nudie 1996 said Chad and TJ versus CD and Pickens in their prime. Who's the better duo?
I always go with the guys that's playing today. I don't like to do that, man. I always try to give the kids they credit. The young men, they like. I always feel like I'm always riding with me, but when you start to compare to the guys that are playing now, I always give it to them, man. Always.
That's a great answer. John sent us a $20 super chat saying, who are the best options for the Washington coordinators?
OC?
Yep.
Man.
If Daboll would be willing.
He ain't doing that. Like
what Daboll did with Daboll needs a running quarterback.
They're in a dilemma.
So if Daboll would be willing, Brian Daboll.
Like, you're in a dilemma. If you're an offensive coordinator that's looking to splash, get a head coaching job next year, if you're Daboll and you don't get one that you like, yeah, because with Jay Daniels, a healthy McLaurin, and probably Ayuk on that team next year, you can do something with that offense.
Correct.
And then you skate on. So it would have to be somebody that's looking to be a head coach very soon.
Yeah. I wish I wasn't behind the bar after that Pickens and Lamb versus. Cause I would have hit one of these right here, the hand on shoulder beam. I put on there. Oh yeah, man. I don't know if that's yeah. No. I mean, y'all were tough. Y'all were tough.
Nah, neither one of them dudes could compare to Shad though.
No.
I just had to make sure that.
Ooh, CD.
Man, come on, bro. Don't get out of here with
Okay,
that, man.
I mean, hey,
It's not even apples and oranges, bro. That shit is apples and
Really?
beans. That shit apples and beans.
I will say Chad didn't have the same situation that
Bro,
that
it's
CD
no
did.
comparison. It's no comparison.
Chad.
It's no comparison. Like
Oh,
Chad,
he's
Chad don't get the credit that he deserved,
Like
bruh. Chad was a fucking animal, bruh. That dude he the quickest receiver in the history of the league for his height and size.
Yeah.
Like Chad was led the AFC every year, and the year he didn't lead it, I did. Like, come on, man.
Why'd you play humble then? You should
No. I'm just they're good.
Yeah.
And CD can play.
Yeah.
Like, because when you compare people or what, it seems as if you're always putting somebody down.
Yeah.
But, bro,
Yeah,
like,
I hear you.
Chad was that, how I talk.
Yeah.
He was that dude, bro.
Yeah.
Chad would like
He a Hall of Famer. He should be a Hall of Famer, bro.
Now, the
He should be
crazy
Hall of
thing,
Famer.
here's what I hate, T. Stat watchers. Because if you watch the stats, you could make an argument for CD. If you only looking at stats. But, like, if you watch the film,
Chad is more dynamic.
Like,
everything.
CD's dog.
This what
running,
people don't understand
hands.
is his quickness.
Yeah.
Like, people really thought, like, Chad was fast. And Chad will tell you he fast. Chad really ain't fast like that. But that dude, bro, he quick like he 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
Dang.
Like, Chad is 6'2", 175, 180 pounds.
Yeah.
Bro, he got quickness of a dude that's 5 feet.
Yeah.
He is so sudden and quick. And then his route game, his ability to catch the ball.
You know what it is? I just don't think that CD is the receiver Chad is. You could argue CD's a playmaker.
It ain't many receivers.
But I don't think CD is the receiver.
It ain't many
Chad
receivers like Chad.
Yeah.
Chad, it's because he played in Cincinnati. He don't get the credit. I don't care what nobody say. I was around him every day. We trained out here, and all the best receivers would come train with us. And then walk away like, because I seen them. We all on the field together. All on the field together. Dudes in the Hall of Fame right now, all on the field together. I ain't gonna name them. Come on, man. I seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah. That's facts.
I know.
Last one I got is another shot of Care Bear, so I got to read this. Shadow Scale 4 said, Trey, please tell them as a 22-year-old, I've seen Peyton Manning play in a Super Bowl, and he's not going to disrespect him by calling Caleb Williams.
I've
18.
seen more Peyton Manning than you have. I've seen Peyton Manning in multiple Super Bowls.
Pause, brother.
How is that a pause? I've seen Peyton Manning play. Come on, bro. That's a stretch.
Is it?
That's a stretch, bro.
A little bit of a stretch.
That's a stretch.
Okay,
That's a stretch.
I rescind my pause then.
I remember Ezra and James Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
I remember that Peyton Manning.
Okay.
Come on now.
right.
I was watching the Marvin Harrison, not junior. Talking about senior. 96 speed on Madden 06. I remember
Okay,
it.
yeah.
He was a problem.
You cooking right now.
I remember that.
That's all I got for the Super Chat. Well, they say Cowboys haven't been able to do anything since the 90s. Shout out John Gruden, new head coaching job. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Yeah, no. Madden 06, great game. by the
Bro,
way.
can
Not
we
even
get
mad
to
about
the
it.
news of the day?
Yeah.
Because I think
Oh, yeah. You've been waiting
That-
on this.
a sport has imploded before our very eyes.
Oh, wow.
And I don't say this hyperbolically. I think we are literally watching college football implode. I don't know if y'all saw this story. Kara, you have it?
Yeah, no, today it was reported that Texas transfer wide receiver Parker Livingstone committed to Oklahoma. If you guys are not aware, Texas' biggest rival is Oklahoma. So Parker Livingstone, redshirt freshman wide receiver, third leading receiver on the Texas Longhorns this year, hit the transfer portal and then ended up going to Oklahoma. Acho, you had a tweet about it earlier. You said, this is weird. I'm not mad at Parker, but this is weird. Back in the day, if you transferred within conference, you had to sit out for 2 years, all but ending your college career. Now, you can transfer to a rival in a day. What separated college football from the NFL was tradition and loyalty. Now college football is just a watered-down version of the NFL. Do you think that these types of transfer rules and everything that we have going on, college football, NIL, all transfer portal,
It's
is
imploding
ruining
the sport. Now, it's not imploding the game of football. The game of football is still not being touched. The game of football is still football. Difference between college and the NFL, the ball and the hash marks, great. But it's imploding the sport of college. That's what I mean by that. It's imploding. What made college great, T, is you would watch a player start at a university and then stay at that university and get better and somehow miraculously lead that university to heights it hasn't been at before. I even think of a random guy like Max Duggan at TCU. You know what I mean? Like, if Max Duggan were 3 years, even today, just 2 years, 3 years later, He's staying for another year, transferring to Georgia or to Indiana and getting $8 million. You know what I mean? Like, I think of a guy like a Baker Mayfield. And I understand Baker Mayfield goes from Tech to Oklahoma, but he stays at Oklahoma and he rides it out. Baker Mayfield today, he's probably leaving Oklahoma, going to Georgia or Alabama and making $10 million.
Can I cut you off real quick?
Please cut me off,
So
sir.
you love what Quinn Ewers did. You love it.
I do, because Quinn took the $1 million out of high school to go to Ohio State. I would too. He left. He didn't even go to his senior year. He said, I'm going to just go make $1 million my senior year, go to Ohio State. Then he left, came back to Texas, where he's from, stayed at Texas, and instead of going to make another however much money.
Because he said, I read a story this week.
he
Yeah,
said
he
this
turned
week,
down like $6
He had
million.
like $6-7 million offer.
Yes. Now, to Parker, I understand why these players are doing what they're doing. Go get your paper. For the record, I'm not mad at Parker Livingston at all. $800,000 in a year from Oklahoma. He can make $2.4 million over the next 3 years. That's more than I made in my NFL career, and he is an average college receiver at best. Go get your paper. Not mad at him at all. I'm mad at the landscape of college football. I could not imagine T transferring to a rival. It's despicable.
Yeah.
It's inexplainable.
I ain't going to lie. I love it, man. I love it.
What aspect?
I really do, because for when back then, when you transfer in conference, you got to sit out 2 years.
2 years.
Right? But a coach can leave in conference. He ain't got to sit out nothing.
I know. I know.
So if it's good for you, why it ain't good for me? Like, all these coaches, they make their money because of us.
Yeah.
They make their money because of us. You don't get the top recruits, you ain't making no money. Like, all these coaches as making 80, 90, 100 million. They're not one player making that. Not one player.
Let me cut you off, T.
You ain't doing that at
Let me
these
cut you
small
off,
schools.
T. Let me cut you off, T. If your wife is late to dinner last Friday, right? You hot. The next Friday, that mean you going to be late to show her?
Nah.
Of course not. Two wrongs don't make a right. I agree with you wholeheartedly on coaches. It runs me so hot. If y'all remember this, black head coach Willie Taggart goes to Oregon.
Yeah.
Leaves Oregon after, we're going to build up a strong program. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to write it out here.
Florida State.
Boy, he chunked the deuces on Oregon in a second he could get to Florida State. My former coach, Manny Diaz, goes to Temple, does a whole recruiting class. About to be Temple
Gone.
tough. He must have went back to Miami so fast after Mark Richt left. Cliff Kingsbury, if y'all remember. Kingsbury takes the job at USC. TJ, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, he did.
Takes the job at USC. Boy, the Cardinals called him. He was
gone.
like, hey, I'm going to see y'all later. T's right. College coaches have been dipping. But to me, the two wrongs don't make the right.
But I say that because, especially in this NIL world, everybody's not making it to the league. So if I can transfer and go to Oklahoma and get $2.4 million and play more, or stay at Texas and get $500,000 and play less, I'm going to Oklahoma. I'm walking to Oklahoma. Actually, you ain't even got to get me a flight. I'll walk.
Yeah. Look,
It's a no-brainer. It's a
But
no-brainer.
T, that's why I'm not mad at
Now-
Parker. For Texas fans are like, how dare you? Bruh, go get your paper.
you can't be
And
mad
the
at the
coaches
kid.
shouldn't be mad. The coaches shouldn't be mad.
I think as fans, we're mad at the game, though.
Why?
Okay, let me tell you why. Whenever I'm growing up, I'm watching Boise State. Boise State goes off. Kellen Moore, amazing. For 3 years,
cooking.
he's an
Yeah.
NCAA
Cooking.
all-time leader
cooking.
in
Kellen would've been
almost
gone.
everything.
Yes.
Kellen Moore, after 1 year, would have been out of there.
But, okay.
And then,
Wait, let him cook, let him
I'll
cook,
keep
let him
going.
cook.
Kellen Moore
He cooking.
is out of there that first year. That entire Boise State roster, Austin Pettis, he's gone. All of those dudes that they had on that team, they're going to other big schools. And look, that's great for them. The problem is, especially for a fan of this, right? Back in y'all's day, whenever you were playing, if Acho, if you were gonna hit the transfer portal, were you going to Oklahoma or A&M?
Hell no.
That's a sin.
Hell no.
It meant more.
These
From
Texas
a fan's
boys
perspective,
with this talk. It's
not
Texas
even that.
boys.
It's not even that. Cam Coleman's in the transfer portal right now. Alabama's on his list of options. That's a sin. If you
He ain't going there. They ain't got enough money.
I know he's not. But I'm saying, in college football, you legitimately like as a fan of these teams, I don't want to watch one of the best players on my team go to my biggest rival.
And let me say this, Kipper, because to add to your point, T, you know this. Please, I hope you know this. NFL rivalries pale in comparison to college.
No,
Bro,
yeah.
In college,
I
at
choke.
practice, when we were playing Oklahoma, every time you go into the locker room, you have the Oklahoma fight song on repeat.
It's no
because
comparison.
you want to be disgusted by that fight song. Every time that week you're playing Oklahoma, you're not allowed to wear red anything to class. You can't even wear red to class. When I was in college, Oklahoma had a fullback that had long hair. Our coach had our scout team player wear a long black-haired wig just so you could be disgusted by that player. In the league, when the Eagles play the Cowboys, yeah, we hate him, but like we don't really hate him. We finna see him in the offseason. What up, Daz? You
Yeah.
good? You know what I'm saying? Like, what up, Terrence Williams? Me and Terrence Williams did photo shoots together. Like you don't really care that much in college, bro. When I went back to Dallas for Thanksgiving, had a visceral reaction when in my parents' neighborhood, my parents still live in Dallas, I saw an Oklahoma flag in the neighborhood. I had a visceral reaction of like, yuck. Like, there's something about the rivalries of college that we're ruining.
To real quick before you
Go
go,
ahead.
Parker Livingstone himself, the same wide receiver that we're talking about, this is what he had to say after they played Oklahoma during the season. I just want you guys to take a listen.
Is this game as a guy, basically back home?
Oh yeah, I mean you come here, you come to the game, you hear about the game. You're from Dallas, it's everywhere for a month before the game even happens. I really think it helps out tremendously in recruiting. It's a great reason. I mean, when my senior year, I came here to the game and it was unbelievable atmosphere, and I was like, I want to play in the burnt orange. I want to be on the right side.
I want to play on the burnt orange. I want to be on the right side as a fan. And then look, I'm not saying it's bad for him. Go get your bag, bro. You're going to play more. You're going to make more money. And I understand, like you said, I think it's a great point. Those guys, they're not going. Some of these guys aren't going to make the league, and they need to make their bag before. And we care so much about getting these athletes what they need. Like before going, so they don't blow a bag, so they don't think that the NFL is the only option. We need to get our education. We need to do all these things. I get what you're saying. From a fan's perspective, though, the sport has changed. The sport has changed
For the better.
It's
For the better.
No.
for the better for the player, not for the better for the fan.
for the better for the player.
No. We gonna go down memory lane real quick.
I'm here, bro.
Your senior
I'm
year.
here. Yes,
Your
sir.
senior year.
Yup.
Who played in the national championship?
My senior year.
Or your
2011?
junior? Who?
Cam played in it my junior year.
Yeah, and then 2011
senior
was
probably Alabama, Notre
It was
Dame.
Alabama. It was Alabama LSU.
Alabama LSU. Bet.
So listen, you can just go down memory lane, the BCS era, or the number 1 and 2 team. It was always Florida State, Oklahoma, Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State,
Yep, I'm
LSU. It was 10 teams. Notre Dame, Texas. It was 10 teams. Whichever one of those 10 teams, every single year.
Yeah. That's a
good point.
Those 10 teams. Every year.
Yeah.
One of those 10
Was going.
was always going to play in the national championship.
Yeah.
TJ Cooking.
We got Indiana,
Yeah.
Oregon,
Yeah.
Ole Miss,
Yeah. TJ Cooking.
Miami.
Yeah.
And Miami's a blast from the past.
Yeah.
We would have never seen this without the NIL
Yeah.
era. We wouldn't have seen this.
Time out, though.
Can I
'cause
say this?
So
I wanna add this.
Shout out to the
y'all
Hoosiers.
talk about the fans. Is it just the fans of those 10 teams? Or
right.
is it
You
the
cooking.
fans of everyone?
From
Okay.
a rivalry perspective, I think that matters.
All
But,
I'm
like,
saying is this. I don't even have an issue with the NIL.
Yeah.
NIL plus lack of transfer rules, toxicity.
Mm-hmm.
NIL alone, I got no issue at all. But here's my thing. I don't believe you should be able to transfer within conference and not have to sit out
If a
for
coach,
several
if
reasons.
a coach can go in conference, why can't a player do what makes you better than me? Why can you go from a school in the conference to coach another school in the conference? You don't have to sit out, but I do.
Yeah.
You gonna coach much longer than I play, but I gotta sit out. Like
During my years of eligibility.
they made us think this is the way it should be. If you can do it, why can't I?
I hear you.
And y'all talk to fans. The fans of college football benefit now. Because never in a million years
But
did we
see,
think we'd see
in
Indiana
Indiana.
in this position.
But T,
Never.
here's my thing. But real quick, hold on,
Okay, go
Kipper.
ahead.
Sorry. This is like we've settled for a facade of fandom. I mean, like, to me, the greatest aspect of college football, Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree.
They'd have been
at
gone.
Texas
They wouldn't have stayed at
Tech.
Texas Tech.
Beat the University of Texas.
Crabtree would have been out of there.
Crab and Graham would have been gone.
They would have stayed at
Nah,
Texas
they
Tech.
take out money.
They would have
Take out
stayed
money
at
now,
Texas.
yeah.
They got money.
They would have
Yeah.
stayed at Texas Tech.
As a matter of fact, they would have had help on their defense.
Paper at Texas
Yeah.
Tech.
Yeah.
Hold up. Yeah, I see what he's
They
saying. Though.
staying.
But I will say this though: for every story like in Indiana or a Texas Tech now that we see, they have money, they're spending on the transfer portal, they're doing those things. We also have let's say a North Texas, right? I liken North Texas to like Brian Kelly's Cincinnati team back in the day. If you remember, Brian Kelly's Cincinnati team, he leaves before they end up playing Florida in a bowl game in 2009, and they got smoked by Tim Tebow and them. But they were right on the cusp of potentially playing in the national championship. He leaves, Cincinnati goes to crap, and all those players, they got stuck with whoever the next coach was. A lot of those players got stuck with whoever that next coach was. To TJ's point, Brian Kelly leaves. A lot of those players, if this was today, could have gone with Brian Kelly to a Notre Dame. The same way that all those guys at JMU went to Indiana with Sid.
Yeah.
Right now, North Texas, they had a phenomenal season with 11-1, had a very talented coach. That head coach goes to Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Their best players, like 8 players on their team, are now transferring to Oklahoma State to play on that team. They're going to make more money because they've improved their stock. They're going to play for the same coach that they've had because he's improved his stock, and it allows that type of transfer.
To me, the restriction should have been on the coaches as opposed to unrestricting the players.
Now,
that's to me what it is. Because there is something that's just dope to me about the fact that you went to Oregon State, correct? Mm-hmm. Bro, you're an Oregon State legend.
But
if you would have left.
But Acho, when everybody wants to go to the league, we go to college.
Most people to go to the league.
Right. Just anybody in general. We go to college to figure out what we want to do in life so we can earn a career and take care of our family. If you're an athlete, we all think we go into the league. And, because there's a lot of people that, you should just be allowed to transfer once. Mm-hmm. Why? Why? Because if I'm at Texas and I can transfer after my freshman year at Oklahoma because Oklahoma values me more than Texas, and I'm making $300,000 in Texas, but I'm going to go make $600,000 in Oklahoma, I have a pretty good year. Oklahoma's bringing in a lot of kids at my position next year, so they want to keep me at $600,000. But Florida State wants to give me $1.3 million. I'm going to Florida State because it's no guarantee I'm making it to the league. Yeah. So I need to put myself and my family in the best position possible financially because that's what I'm going to school for.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to, whether I make it to the league or not. I'm trying to make this money to support my family. And so they want to put restrictions on it. If you're not going to restrict the coach, don't restrict the player.
I guess for me, the ultimate factor in college didn't used to be about money. It used to be about pride. And I think, and maybe I'm a gold get off my line making no guy. Money. Yeah. I was like, bro, I did not make a dime to go to Texas. Did I get a meal covered here, a meal covered there? Maybe, I think, sure. But I remember going back to Texas a year after I graduated, and I saw 18 and 81 jerseys next to each other. Why the hell y'all still on 18 and 81 jerseys? Oh, because Emmanuel Acho was 18 and Sam Acho was 81. Didn't make a dime. But there's a pride, and I gave the biggest commencement speech in the history of college at the time. I gave a speech to 60,000 people at Texas. I'm not doing that if I'm transferring here, there, and everywhere in between. I go back to Austin now, team Austin is me. But Austin is home.
There's
everywhere.
People, there's athletes that think how you think. They're not transferring. Yeah. We just get the news of the guys that are transferring because there's people that care about legacy. There's people that care about that. They not going. They gonna give me 2. Yeah. I'm gonna get 1.3 here. I'll take that. Because I know a kid that just went into college that was willing to take $1 million less because he wanted to go to that school.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so some people do care about the legacy. Yeah. Not many. I care about them Jacksons and them Benjamins. Yeah. Because I got a family to support.
Yeah, that's fair. For the sake of time, when we shut down this show, we got to cook up these prize picks. So we going to let y'all get up out of here. Because after we wind down this show, I'm finna make these prize pick tickets. And again, let y'all into who y'all should pick, why I'm picking them. So though the show going to close, we got another show we recording. So it's love. Shout out to y'all. Care Bear.
Finally, man, spread some love around here. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, hopefully some money too.
No, I'm saying hopefully.
I'm trying to be like the young bulls of Care Bear's generation. Where y'all,
I told you to get y'all that money.
Definitely. You got to get a little money spread.
How you gonna have it all up the arm? Huh?
Yeah, gotta have
it's
that's
all
what
the
I'm
way
trying
across,
to
bro.
do.
You got sometimes do the both. Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's
both?
tough. Yeah, no,
Oh,
facts.
yeah.
Yeah, it just depends, man. You got to go to the gas
what a
station.
show.
A good shell. Good shell.
Shell
In front of Hellcat SRT.
Oh, okay.
Shell station. Both
Money
sides.
spread, both arms.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, no.
Bro, we
It's-
did
it's-
5,000 again tonight.
Listen,
No.
What's the
game day
numbers?
nights.
What's the numbers?
Yo, shout out to y'all in the Speakeasy. Real quick, before Care Bear closes out, y'all could literally be doing anything with y'all's nights, and y'all are becoming a part of the Speakeasy family. If it was your first time watching, make sure you check us out again tomorrow and every day after that.
No, we will be back here tomorrow night, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 10:15 p.m. Central, 8:15 p.m. Pacific. We're not respecting Mountain Time again.
We don't.
Because Trey's
Sorry.
daughter not in the building. We're
She
not
not
respecting Mountain
here.
Time. She not
Bye.
here. We not respecting
Bye.
it. Womp womp.
Sorry,
Anyway,
May.
look. For Care Bear Kieran, for TJ Hushmanzada, Emmanuel Acho, Social
Yo.
Trey, and everyone in the back, make some noise in the back.
out
We
to
will
the gang
see
in
you
the
guys
back.
tomorrow night right here in the Speakeasy.
Peace. Let's make these tickets.
let's get it.